Howdy, Unc. You all right?
It's alright. Fog went away so I can finally see past my arm.
Well, I know it's early, but probably should get down to the church house and get ready if you're up for it.
Yeah, we can do that.
I've got about 8 Bibles with me.
Okay.
Made sure to prep for that. You want to head that way?
Yeah, let's head over there.
Okay. Anything new?
I don't think so. I met with the real estate lady earlier today.
Put a bid down?
Yeah, I put one in on the apartment.
That apartment still on the catalog?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I didn't see the cabin. Although
Yeah, I've been checking too.
somebody's been in the cabin.
Oh.
Cans were taken.
Yeah, I mean the
Bed sheets
door
smelled
is
like
open.
lavender. Yeah.
I did see a bunch of new properties in the paper though.
Yeah, I saw one gap tooth in New Austin.
Oh yeah, by Tumbleweed, right?
Yeah.
By the mines.
Yeah.
Yeah. And most other ones was far away.
Yeah, I was surprised to not see the cabin on there.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, maybe.
Everything good with you? You prepared for tonight?
Yeah, best it can be.
That's good.
I don't think. I got word from Donnie and Tim to be around. I don't know about the rest.
I haven't seen any of them.
Maybe Boyd. Maybe Boyd will be able to run the service like you did, unless you just want to do it again.
Yeah, we can see if he's there. See if he's up for it.
Let's ride through town quickly, see if there's anybody to invite.
Oh shit. Let's trying some new things out.
Howdy. Howdy.
Hey, Young.
Hey.
Jess, you about to head out to Coots Chapel if you want to join us.
Sure. Let me grab my horse.
That Boyd that just passed us?
I think so.
Boyd, that you? Boyd, that you? Miller? You all right?
Is he okay?
I don't know. I can't hear.
Boyd.
All right, Boyd, if you can hear us, we're headed down to Coots. Oh, shit.
Can you hear me, Boyd? Snap out of it.
We're headed to Coots Chapel, Boyd.
I got a feeling he can't hear us.
Damn it.
Oh, shit. What do you think happened to him?
Shit. I don't know. Here, Boyd. All right.
Oh,
Oh, there he is. Come on.
Hey.
We gotta
oh
go.
shit.
We're headed to Coots to get
Oh,
ready.
he can hear us now.
All right, yeah. Sorry, that's my ears.
See, we got some viewers. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. About to be starting service here in a second. All right, I've got a few Bibles here we can put out.
There you go. What's that?
Jesse,
Wow. My horse don't do that.
Jesse, here you go. I've owed
Oh,
you
if
this.
you,
Oh, lovely.
if you walk up to your horse and you,
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
Look at him real hard.
Say horses, but no people. Okay.
I didn't check in the well yet, though.
I got one spare if we need to have another one, but they should be enough, to be honest.
Oh,
Okay, I'm putting
Oh, wow.
spare books down when people walk in.
nice. Oh, look at all this.
We usually do this. It depends on how many people we got around, but we usually have someone over here by the books, letting people know, greeting them and such. Preacher is obviously gonna hold the service, the sermon. Oh, yeah, I might introduce y'all.
Okay, we'll need a couple fellers over by the door, making sure if they need a book that they tell them they can get the book over here.
Okay.
You want to just
Can
do
do
the
that.
same as last time to make it really easy?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. As far as announcements go, service every other, and then I guess tithe
Yeah.
following. Boyd, I don't know if Lucky's gonna be around. You mind standing up front to collect the tithe if anybody has any to give?
It is fine.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly ride through town and see if there's anybody coming. I'll be back.
All right. Did Donnie say he'd come?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Oh, good evening. Or
Howdy.
Mr. Preacher.
Howdy, fella. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if any in town's coming over.
Yeah, sure. I didn't quite realize it's the church you were operating out of.
Just for services. I usually office and we do the charity out of the schoolhouse down in Armadillo.
Yeah, I thought so. You know, I'm here to meet her, a mutual friend of ours,
Oh yeah, who's down?
Mr. Oliver. You seen him or?
Oh, I haven't met him, but I do know he resides in that well there.
Yeah, his horses here, so we come to visit him.
Oh, those are his horses? Okay.
That grey one there it is to the far left.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Alright, no worries, we don't hold you up, or we'll be here when you get back anyway. I didn't know where the fuck there's all these people here. I didn't know if something was happening or not. I didn't quite
Oh, I
realize or
understand.
yell or operate out of it. So I was a little thrown off there, but alright.
Okay, I'll be right back. You guys are welcome
sure.
to attend. Hopefully you will.
Perfect.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, preacher.
Howdy, preacher.
No pressure, but we got church service in about 10 minutes if y'all are available.
All right, good to know. There you go.
Military strategist, I suppose, would be a better title.
Howdy, preacher.
Howdy. Y'all, we got church service in about 10 minutes if everybody's available. Like to attend.
Preacher,
Howdy.
it's Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
I changed clothes for the service,
Oh, well, you look fine.
and I'm losing in a game of chess at the moment.
Well, ma'am, I don't mean to discourage you. I'm sure you're a fine chess player, but winning to Donnie might not be the trophy you think it is.
Oh my God.
I don't need trophies, Mr. Preacher.
Okay. Donnie, you got your telegram. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to introduce you to Mr. Louis Bagil over here. Mr. Louis, this is Preacher I've been telling you so much about.
A pleasure to meet you, sir. Louis Bagil, presidential candidate at your service.
Pleasure's mine, filler. Good to meet you.
I hope it's all right if we sit in on your sermon today. We were mighty interested in it.
You're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
What do I even do here?
Concede.
Probably.
Well, service is at about 9 minutes. Love to have y'all's Coos Chapel just east of town as soon as you go, right before you go up the bluff. I'm gonna go
That's
help
not all I can do.
the fellers get ready. I'll see y'all over there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, preacher.
See you soon.
Preacher. Have a good. We'll see you soon.
Sorry, I looked away from the board. Come on, what-
I just moved my queen up.
Are you the future owner of the brothel downtown?
I'm from Dakota.
Goddamn, preacher, you looking prettier than a $2 whore. Look at you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's a nice coat. $2.
Well, Donnie's gone and made friends with the presidential candidate,
Who?
Oh,
Donnie.
Oh, okay.
Fuck is Donnie now? I got Johnny, I got Donnie. Where's Lonnie?
There's no Johnny.
I'm
That's
Jesse.
Jesse, and then there's Donnie.
Hey, I'll learn
Lucky.
it. I'll learn it.
it's okay.
You sure it's not Johnny?
Well, we were talking about names last time I saw these fellers.
I like Johnny.
I know my name's Jesse. We could find a Johnny somewhere, I'm sure. I called this guy Hatzo and this guy Baldy for a little bit.
Yeah, gotta learn names somehow.
You'd be Chadwick.
Did he say if he's coming or he's
Chadwick.
gonna shut it up with the president?
The fuck is a Chadwick?
He's coming.
I don't know.
He'll be coming. Now, well, having a presidential candidate in today's sermon is going to definitely be interesting.
Yeah,
But all are welcome to the
I'm
house.
sure
That's what
they.
I'm thinking.
I'm
Why
sure
the fuck
they love it.
don't we want no government here? Or
Oh, they're welcome to come here. I don't know if they're going to want to.
They might not like it.
We have law attend almost every service. They just never wear their badge.
makes sense.
Okay, let me look over my notes here.
You okay? You sound stressed.
Oh, just haven't had as much time to write these ones as normal.
Hmm. You could probably hurt someone with that bread over there.
Oh, you kill a man with that.
Oh, yeah.
About as hard as hitting him over the head with the butt of your pistol there. Let me see.
Mother.
Oh,
Howdy, welcome.
Holy shit, look
Preacher.
at you.
Look at you.
Now, Donnie, I got a question for you.
What's your question?
You think a presidential candidate's going to be comfortable with the conversation we're about to have here in this
Listen.
church service?
I prepped him for what life was like out here in the West. I think he has
he
solid
read our book?
platform and he's moldable. No, he's not read the book.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Listen, I just
He's
figured we throw him into
moldable.
the fire and see how he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me wash my
I'm just
hands
gonna
here.
read it now.
Donnie, if you'll stand up near the books on the left and welcome people as they come in, that'd be great.
Will do, preacher.
We can sit wherever you like now. How about you pick?
Well, we got city folk coming down here now.
That's what it looks like.
Probably law. Oh,
He's
no,
law?
No,
And
that's
you
that's
that friendly
that's-
with him?
That's the presidential candidate.
The fella in the gray hat that
Yeah.
he was just talking to.
No, that's Donnie.
Why does he look like a fucking marshal?
He just dressed
I
up
don't
for
know.
church.
Fucking fancy, fucking fancy. I already don't like him. I think I like Johnny better already.
Yeah. No. So last time he was looking more like we do. I don't know what's happened these last couple days. Yeah. He looks like he has some money. I think he does. What? Yeah.
Preacher, hold on. Preacher, I know you're focused right now, but that man looks like a city version of Huck.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Go back to the talking corner.
Okay.
Everyone. You want me to go outside and check, see if anyone's straggling?
Yeah. There's a few more that said they'd be here. So,
All right, so we'll give it an extra few.
yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, we definitely got a few more pouring in.
Okay.
Holy, that's a big beard. There's quite some people
All
here
right,
tonight.
you'll open up for us. Maybe let them know. I'll give it about 3 or 4 more minutes. People are trickling in, and we'll get started.
Should I tell him that, or we just wait a few more minutes?
No, let them know because it's already time to start.
Okay.
That's a good entrance.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes to see if we got any stragglers, but then we'll get going with the service. Holy shit.
I think he had too many whiskeys before he came in.
Board loose at the door or something?
Okay.
Start it off.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. All right. As I said, welcome everybody to the Church of the Hollow. I'm happy to see so many faces here tonight. Didn't advertise as much this time around. I see y'all found your way here anyway. Makes me happy. We hold these services every other Monday. So there will be one here today, and then 2 weeks from now will be the next one. We got preacher here. He was gonna hold a sermon, read some passages from our book. talking about the book, there should be some extra copies at the tables at the entrance if anybody hasn't seen it yet or haven't had a chance to read it. But I hope the words spoken here tonight will find some kind of place or home inside every one of you. Well, with that said, preacher,
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you, Uncle.
of course.
Howdy, y'all. I echo the words that preacher or that Unc has made mention. I'm definitely seeing some faces I've seen before, some friends, with it be it that you were part of this service. This being now our third service. Or if this is your first time joining us, I really do appreciate you being here. Now, to be frank, I feel it remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to explain a little bit about our faith. As he said, my name is Preacher, and we have quite a few men here and women that believe a particular type of faith that, well, it ain't your mother's church. A little background about me: I was a Protestant pastor for many a year, but I went on a journey to understand a lot of the things that may have happened in my life. Began to speak with others that have experienced similar, not so similar things, and we came to a realization of a new type of faith. Truly, it's a faithless faith. It's something we call the hollow. Now, in truth, I know that many walk into a church, chapel much like this one, and they believe to hear stories about angels and demons, about spirits and gods. And, well, it's not the type of church service you walked in today. See, the hollow isn't a man, isn't a god, it isn't a spirit, nor is it a ghost. It's an idea, a theology, a belief of sorts of how to approach life and how to take it by the horns and make the best of what you got given to you. The hollow is something that I think calls to each of us. As I look around the room, I see stories, lives lived only through the lens in which you bear. And if I walk around the room and ask the same question, I'm sure I'll hear a different story about what brought you here today. What pain, what frustration, what joys of life, and what sorrows that life may bring. And well, we believe that the hollow is much like a fire lit inside a lantern. The only way it burns is the oil that sits inside the lantern. There's an oil that I reckon was found one day by man in the ground. Hell, it looks a lot like water, but you drink it, you know it'd be poisonous to your body. But a man was smart enough to put flame to that oil and recognize that it was a fuel that can ignite into something greater, a greater purpose to reveal. Well, that oil is what we would call the hollow. Life lived that often a weaker man or woman may convince themselves is something that breaks them, but in turn they truly make themselves something from it. A fire to be burned. I felt it was best that we understood what we're talking about today before I go into our sermon. I'm sure for many that don't believe in this faith, it would raise more a question, and I make myself available to you. And those books are available, and they should answer some of your questions as well. But to the criteria today, as I look here at my notes. Sons, daughters of the hollow, we gather not in fear, but in the silence of knowing. Hollow chapter 9 verse 1 says, a whisper carries further than a shout when it comes from a place of darkness. Now don't let that rhetoric fear you. What I mean by darkness is that oil. Keep that imagery in your mind. When something happens to you, do you let it overtake you, or do you use it as fuel to make yourself bitter? Now, there's a noise all around us these days, ain't there? Especially here in Armadillo proper, New Austin, if you've lived here any amount of time. There's talk of order, there's talk of peace, talk of prosperity wrapped up in the shine of a star handed down from men who had never really bled for this soil. But for those that have lived here, well, we know better. For a long time, New Austin has been deemed as free man's land. Always was. Not caused someone signed a deed, because men and women died to make it so. They gave sweat to the dust, blood to the stone, and spirit to the hollow. But now I hear the wind changing. Now they say they're here to grow the land. But what they plant ain't crops. What I'm worried is it's change that they plant, disguised as prosperity. They come with soft words and steel rules saying they'll protect the weak, but protect who? And from what? First they say they're here to stop lawbreakers, then when asked what happens if we don't live by their law, the answer was simple. Replace us. That was said to me direct at a town hall meeting just a few days ago. That if we don't fall in line with every bit of ambition, well, then we're out and we'll be replaced. Well, I reckon that's not protection. That sounds like a word that was being thrown around last service, and it's colonization. Well, that ain't new. That's older than gunpowder and gallows. That they dress it up in sermons of state and uniforms and handshakes, but beneath it all, I wonder, is it pride? Is it power? Or is it fear? I wonder if it's they fear what they can't control. That they fear that those won't kneel the way they need to. That they fear the hollow. Now, before I go further, I must speak plain. And I hurriedly wrote this into my notes to be prepped today. I realize there are representatives of the government among us today. And I say this with respect to all persons in the room. I mean no offense to the soul behind the eyes. But it is the office, the infrastructure in which you may stand for that I speak towards. Not the man, but the machine. You see, for too long this land has been promised salvation for men in fine coats and polished boots. Yet what we got instead were thugs with badges, marching under the name of the law, dragging folk from their homes, breaking what they claim to protect. Too often the bad has outweighed the good that man has tried to do. And so it is, if that is not you, friend, then I don't condemn you, but the shadow that walks with you. The legacy of change dressed up as civilization. The mask of order worn by those who would burn a village to save their rule book instead of the very people that they say they want to protect. But let us be clear. We've talked about this. We do not want war. We don't seek war. We don't seek to even rule. This isn't about pride. This isn't about control. In truth, what we only seek to is to remain. To be free like the land is free. To live free on this land. To trust. Hallel chapter 9 verse 4 says, to stand in shadows, not to fear the light. It is to master it. They misunderstand us. We do not holler in the street. We do not riot or beg. We move like dust in the wind. Quiet. Untraceable. And dare I say, unstoppable. Hallel chapter 9 verse 3, walk quiet, speak less, Let the world make noise while we make our move. To those who may have come in uniform today, I thank you for listening. I believe even now the hollow may speak to you whether you know it or not. Some will call this sermon sedition. Some may call it dangerous. But I say to you, truth is always dangerous to the one who lie. To the people of New Austin, the only thing I'd implore each of you is let us not grow soft. Let us not grow tame. The hollow has made us wild. The hollow has made us free. Let it rise in you. Like the oil in the lantern, let it shape you. Let it ignite a flame in you. The hollow does not seek the spotlight. It works in silence, in the cracks between the lies. It's chapter 9, verse 6. You don't need to shout to bring change. You don't need to be seen to move mountains. All you need to do is live and believe and operate in this truth. I'll say this. If your heart is heavy with doubt, if your mind is snarled by the noise of power and pride, then bury it in the hollow. Rise from it unchained. When the hollow moves, the earth trembles, but the world will never know who caused it. So I ask you now, will you tremble with the world? See, I was reaffirmed in our belief because I met a man that many in this room may know by the name of Eugene, known as a wanderer of sorts in Monroe. This man inspired me because he lives a life on his feet. He didn't use a horse, doesn't have a home. He carries every provision, every bedroll on his back. And he's been from Annesburg all the way to Tumbleweed. And point blank, he was asked, what was his opinion on all this? And he said, I've been to Annesburg, I've been to Saint Denis, Valentine, and every time I walk in these towns, I'm greeted nothing but with a grimace on a face. Poor aptitude to recognize the soul of a man. Treated as nothing but dirt, the wanderer that he is. He said, but when he walks into this town, Armadillo, New Austin, some would say the most dangerous town in all of Monroe. Some would say a den of thieves, robbers, liars, and crooks. Well, he's greeted with kindness. He's offered more provision. He's treated as the human, the free man, the value in which he's already been given by his right of existing. He'd much rather spend his time here than there. So when I speak to a deputy of a region, chief deputy of a region, and he says that he wants to turn this place for the sake of growth and prosperity to look like the rest, and then I have a man like Eugene who's experienced the rest, who wants nothing but this place to remain the same, well, then I grow weary. If progress for the sake of progress, if change for the sake of change means that we have to give up our way of living, who we are, and what it offers the rest of this world, well, I do wonder why. And even then, when that question was asked, why I did not receive a plain answer. So I ask again, will you tremble with the world? Will you allow your belief to be the cause of its trembling? I implore each of you, let the hollow rise in you. Let those in power not hear yelling voices, but let them learn to fear silence. And let us not bow the way that we live. Let the dust speak our gospel. I thank you for your time today. Unc.
Thank you, preacher. As I said before, I hope something struck with you this service. Hope something stays with you. So hope you ponder and
thank you,
reflect on
Gamer. That's very
this.
kind.
I was too at this town hall meeting preacher spoke of. It didn't sit right with me. Town hall meeting with 3 people living in Armadillo, and rest of them were lawmen. Speaks for itself. But yeah, this was the service for this week. I said this last time. It's not obligatory. You don't have to by any means, but if you have any donations or anything like that, you can hand them over to Lucky over here to my left. It helps us keep doing these services and spread the word. As I said, it's not so obligatory, but anything helps, and we appreciate it all. Yeah, I think that's it. Next service will be in 2 weeks from now, Monday. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming here tonight. And also, I don't know if you prepared for this, preacher, but last time we had a little moment after the service where anybody attending got a chance to step up here and share stories of their own or anything of the like. And I really like that part. If anybody here attending tonight has anything they would like to say regarding the service tonight, feel free to step up. All right. Well, thank you all for coming, and I hope to see y'all 2 weeks again.
Thank you.
If anybody hasn't seen the books,
Thanks,
there should
Philip,
be
for
some at the
attending.
table at the
I
entrance.
appreciate you greatly. What was your name?
Michael Kerrigan, sir. I
Mr.
really
Kerrigan.
appreciate it.
Good to meet you. Thank you so
Good to
much
meet
for
you, too.
attending. Did you receive a book?
I did.
Okay.
Who do I donate to?
Oh, Lucky up there at the front. He's collecting all the donations.
The gentleman with the blue hat.
Yes. Blue hat, blonde hair. Thank you, very kind. That's very kind of you.
Howard Lewis, I appreciate you joining.
Thanks, Liam, for attending.
I hope it resonated with you.
I think so. Many of the points resonate with me, deeper than I thought they would, quite frankly.
That's good to hear.
And preacher, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened in your town. We only just found out today, but things like this, the hostility of men, they need to stop. I mean, we can't keep having this. We're not going to have a great nation if the men inside of it can't be great themselves.
Well, I do appreciate hearing that from you, sir. It is a great disappointment as well, but we do what we can with what we have.
Preacher, I must admit you are one of the finest, upstanding men I've ever met, and you are a pillar of this community, and I hope that you get everything that you deserve and your parish receives all the recognition and help they need going into the future.
Well,
Thank you.
It's a very kind thing to say, Feeler. Thank you.
Donnie, thank you so much for taking us to this wonderful.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And
I really appreciate it.
Of course, Feeler.
and
thank you.
I'm just happy that you
Have
fellas
yourself a
are the
good
type
evening,
to
sir.
not
What's your
be
name, sir?
to not be turned away by
My name is
the
Howard,
likes of
sir.
Armadillo.
It's like
so
Howard, but with an
I know a
N.
lot of politicians that wouldn't make their way down
Good
here.
to
So
meet you, Howard.
Yeah, no, that's
Likewise,
the
I
reason.
hope to.
And what do you do, sir, if you don't mind me
Oh,
asking?
sir,
That's the
I
reason
work
why
with
I'm
Mr.
marketing
Louis
for this
Bagil. I'm actually his campaign manager.
Oh,
I know
okay.
you said you had a little distaste for politics. I don't mean to bring it up.
Oh no, it's totally fine. Look, it's the infrastructure, not the man. I've got the
I
same
completely agree, sir.
plight with the religion as well. But man, that's another conversation for another day. But we're all on our own search and our own journey, and I don't fault any man for where they stand.
I couldn't agree more, sir.
I appreciate your perspective.
Well,
Yep.
yours as well. Thank you for the kind words.
All right, you have yourself a good evening.
You as well.
Yeah. I agree with you.
How you doing, preacher?
Hey, Lucky, good to
Well,
see you. I didn't know if you
Yeah,
were
good to
gonna
see
be
you.
around.
me give you my
Yeah, I
telegram.
apologize. I
Know
planned on
that-
getting in last
It's
night,
okay,
but my
mate.
ship ran into a bit of a
Not likely
storm.
How
But,
was
I
how was
didn't
your
wanna
trip?
ask Louis-
Well, I
Lewis
wanted to, I got to
or-
update you
or-
some things.
or,
I got good things
now
coming,
or
but I got to
two.
run. I brought
If you have
JJ
any
with me, so I got to
questions,
speak with
feel
him
free to
before he
reach
runs
out.
off. I was trying
I'd
to
be
see if
happy
he'd
to
catch some
Okay.
service along
Yeah,
the
go
way.
ahead
So
and do
I'll-
that.
Your host
I
again
appreciate it.
anytime.
Yeah, of course.
It is D as in dog, S as in Sam, 7233.
Well, howdy.
Hi there, mister.
You doing all right?
I am. I was just in thought
Oh, and what's that you're thinking?
about your sermon. How
What-
I feel about it, and I'm looking through the pages of your book.
Well,
All right. Thank you, preacher.
f-
Thank you, folks.
of course. Great to meet you, fella.
Thank you.
Well, I hope the rhetoric isn't too alarming. Please know that most of it is for inspirational purposes only. Some of it is,
Oh, big turnout.
well, most of it is metaphorical. Don't
Yeah,
take
I
it so
didn't
literal.
expect so many people to come, to be honest. We hadn't
If you were
advertised
to
as
write
much
it literally, how would you write it?
Well,
prior to
and
this.
that's the thing. Is
But it's good to see
preacher that-
people are still showing up.
preached a lot about angels and demons and hellfire and brimstone. I recognize that if you truly want people to be inspired, you never just say things plain.
Oh, it's Mr. Sullivan, but a lot of people know me as Sully. Driving through Ireland.
My father
You
used
should-
to
I'm pretty sure you met
tell
before.
me about this land. It's green and lavish. But when I came here, I was disappointed to find a bit of a barren dump.
Well,
Do some connecting and enough.
I think
I
there's
mean-
more beauty to it than you may realize. You just don't know where to look.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I personally don't mind it. I like scarcity of the place. It helps judge character more plainly when the distractions are gone.
I agree. Heavily, actually. What you see is what you get here. And there's a bliss to that. I don't think
I
I've had
haven't-
the pleasure of meeting you.
You got a really,
No, you
really
haven't.
big hat.
My name's Di.
Yeah,
That's massive.
got a big head. Get a big hat for my big head.
What's your name?
Well, good to meet you, Di. I'm preacher.
Don't usually wear a hat there, Uncle.
That's not a name, preacher.
Oh,
Well,
sometimes.
that is the name that it was given to
I like
me.
to
It's the
feel the
name
wind
that
on
I
my
go
hair.
by.
Yeah, let me give you this.
The moment
I'll
I
take that
decided
with
to, well, to speak
ahead.
this gospel, I've
What did
forsaken
you
any
say?
other
You had
name.
a top hat?
No.
You said
that's,
you were Protestant?
Lucky.
I was. It's not when
That's
the,
what
the
I've,
name preacher was given
Our
outside
service
of
today.
just a
Yeah,
nickname
of
that people
course.
would call me
Appreciate
because
that.
of my
I forgot about
profession.
that,
But
to be completely
when I began
Well,
to
I'm an honest man.
speak
so
on the holla, well, preacher is
Are ya?
something now more of a
relatively.
an inspiration to forsake what I was
How you
and
doing?
Oh, it's
continue to be who I now am.
That's
Bernard.
right. You can't change the
Hello,
past,
Bernard.
preacher.
No, you can't.
I tried mighty hard. Didn't
No, you
work.
can't. No, you can't. But what you can use is use the past as fuel to the future.
They came to the right place then.
I'm not sure I want to fuel my future with whatever was in the past.
Yes, you do, ma'am. Whether it's good or bad, all
welcome.
could be shaped. I truly believe that.
Oh, if you want a book in the meantime, I can give you one. Yeah, absolutely. Read over this in the meantime. Preacher's speaking that lady over there.
I don't normally do this, but I have to put it plain. I once had a wife and a son,
Ugh.
and I was a believing man. Really believed all the things that I had were to keep because I was serving a God.
That's a good service.
Well,
Lots of people.
Yeah, it was good.
truth is, it was all lost to me. Much like a frontier town like Armadillo, we built the schoolhouse, church house, apartment upstairs. Posse of marshals came in, accusing me of hoarding outlaws from another town.
Yeah, for sure.
What they did is they lit fire to my church building.
You invite those other fellas?
Well, my
Yeah, I
wife and
figured,
son were sleeping up
They're
in the
gonna know
apartment
if they're
alley.
gonna be the leader of the land. They might
Go
as well
down
know
to
the
the
lay of the
judge's
land,
house.
right?
Find out that those men were protected under U.S. government law
Yeah,
operating in
he's
official business.
his name's Louis
And I prayed
Bashir. He's
that
a
God would take the pain away. I ran to government
It's already finished.
to give me the justice that would be served.
He's the presidential.
You know what I
candidate.
heard from both?
He's running for president of these fine United States.
You're about
Nothing.
30 minutes too late.
And that's when
No,
I
about 10 minutes too late.
went on the journey with the
I
highlight.
think you just missed. Oh goodness.
No, it's okay.
Oh no.
There'll be another
And I
one.
began to understand that I can either fall and break under that heavy darkness,
I came all the way from
or I can rededicate my life to
Well,
do
I'm sure if
something
you guys
greater
stick
with
around,
what
the
happened
preacher
to
would
me.
be very happy to sit and talk to you for a second.
I will
make the
be. I'm
most of your
almost done here,
situation.
y'all. I'm sorry.
Take your time, preacher.
And
No
I'm
rush.
here now. So when
No,
I tell
trust
you,
me, we will
ma'am,
make sure that the ride down here
that
was
what
worth
happened
it,
to you
See,
really can become a fuel. I mean it.
What's your name, feller?
It's not just rhetoric like a preacher would they've never experienced. You're looking at somebody that's living, breathing, operating
Bernard of Mexico.
under that
Okay.
belief every day.
And the missus in the back. What's your name?
I wrote
once
that
had
book.
Nice to
Please
meet both of y'all.
continue.
Nice to
No,
meet
it's
you both.
that simple. I wrote that book, you see. I wrote that book from my lived experience.
should we have a seat? See,
I'm sorry that was your experience, preacher. I, too, happen to have had a husband and a son. And I, too, happen to volunteer at a church. Not as a preacher, no, but I was a bookbinder. What do you do when there's a vice grip of anger?
If you outside,
Clutching
it's
at
probably
your-
gonna go lay down, lad.
Feet, fingers, and neck. The one that suffocates you. What do you do then?
Control it.
Alright, you might have wanted to go lay down.
What I
if there's
mean by
nothing around,
control it, what most to tell you is stuff it down, be good, move on, let it go. No. Do something about it. Help people understand what you feel and never let them get to the place to feel what you feel, even if it costs you. When you channel that anger into something good for the sake of other men and women to never experience what you experience again, well, that's the way you control it. It's not about getting rid of it. It's about harnessing it. Again, I reference oil to a fire. By itself, it's toxic. You drink it, you die. But if you learn how to use it, well, we ain't sitting in a dark room right now because of it, ain't we? Interesting to me that we would give credit to the candlelight that's in the room, right? The candlelight ain't giving us the brightness. Without that candle, without
The
that
light.
fuel, well, there'd be no light. Harness it, you see.
That's a very thin line.
Yeah.
It is.
I just feel so angry all the time.
Sure. As do I. It's why I can look at I don't know if you know this, but standing right over your left shoulder where that man is sitting looking at that, or that woman is sitting and looking at that book, was a presidential candidate for Monroe. Did you know that?
I know him.
Well, that's
He
why I
plays
wasn't.
terrible chess.
Well, that's why I wasn't afraid to say what I was going to say, regardless of his station. I feel a lesser man that didn't have a mission would have probably changed his rhetoric out of respect or out of fear. Well, I'm going to say what I'm going to say regardless.
oh,
I just worry.
you gotta believe in the hollow.
I wake up in the dirt, and I don't feel the hunger on the biting cold or the biting cold in my fingers. First thing I feel in the morning is anger, and I fall asleep
I'll let him
beside
know.
anger.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
I don't need food, 'cause I got anger. You say channel it, but I'm
That's
starting
Mr.
to fear it
Sullivan.
might soon consume me. Now, I'm not gonna pretend I've been a devout Christian. That'd be a gross lie. But I don't want to punish myself for my past anymore. I can't change it if I tried. And I'm tired.
Sure.
I've been robbed and thrown in the dirt already by people around these parts. I'm no good with a gun. I miss most of my shots if I don't scare the game away first. And at the end of the day, I just want to believe I'm some bookbinder from Arizona, but I'm done idling by. I'm here to live, not die.
Well, it's a journey. And if it's a journey
Yeah.
you're willing to take on, I'm willing to spend more time to talk with you. We can't solve it all right here in this conversation. If you want to be a part of this church and see what it's about, live the way that we live, well, I invite you. See if this is maybe what you're looking for.
It was nice talking to you, preacher.
It was good talking with you as well. Did you receive a book?
I picked one up.
The very last page, there's a telegram. Please telegram me again. I don't think we're done conversating. If you'll allow me, I'd like to reconnect and continue further.
How about that?
Just do it.
I can give you my telegram
Yeah,
too.
what is it?
You ready?
I am.
DH2661.
And how do you spell your name?
Die. Like the morbid verb.
Okay, got it. I've got it. I'll be expecting your telegram.
All right, Mr. Preacher.
You be safe. Yeah.
I'll try.
Howdy on. Well, howdy on.
Good day, Father.
Oh, you don't have to call me father. You can just call me preacher. That's okay.
Oh, preacher.
Yeah, I'm not a man of the cloth. I don't really claim the Catholicism way, nor the Protestant anymore, but I do appreciate the respect and the candor. Who have the pleasure of meeting today?
Oh, my name is Billy Valentine, sir.
Well, good to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. And I believe that you know my friend Mr. Bernard here. Senor Bernard.
Howdy, fella.
Preacher, I was here, in Armadillo during your first sermon. It changed my life.
Was that so?
Yeah. And it made me think so many things that I was doing right and things I was doing wrong and where I want to go in my life. And I just had questions. And maybe need guidance.
I'm not going to pretend like I have every answer to every question, because we're all on a journey ourselves, but I'll try my best to answer what I do know.
See. Recently I've been making decisions that I'm not proud of. I've taken things from people. A lot of things this past week. And it started off with just one candle in an abandoned house. And that one candle turned into 2 candles. And then eventually I was taking empty bottles from people's pockets and bowls, and yesterday it was money.
And what's the question?
Is it too late for me?
Too late for you for what?
To go back to the old me? I'm too deep in. My friends, they do things, and I want to fit in, and now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like,
Okay, let me help you, Dylan. Let me help you. Why? Why did you take what you took?
At first, it was just to prove to my friends that I could do it. You know that they do this stuff.
And then?
And then I did it, and it didn't feel good.
Okay, and then why did you take after you were done proving to your friends? What was your reasoning then?
It was I feel bad, but it was a thrill. It felt exhilarating. Power.
Well,
Yeah.
listen. Again, I'm not a man of the cloth, and I used to be a Protestant pastor. I am that no more. You mentioned things like, is it too late for you? You weren't the man that you were before. I'm going to tell you what I believe, and it may not be, I might be able to give you I might give you an answer you were not expecting. So bear with me, and I would not be offended halfway through my talk and you both get up and you leave after you hear what I say. Okay? I don't believe in a God, and I don't believe in a heaven or a hell. I believe this is the life that you live, and that's it. You die, and then you're done. I don't believe in the rule of law. I don't believe in government, and I don't believe in religion. Here's the reason why. I believe all those things were created from man to control weaker men. And I do believe that there are men and women that believe that they're weak, and I believe that there are men and women that believe they're stronger than weaker men. And the truth is the hollow is the difference between a weak man and a strong man, a weak woman and a strong woman. When life brings you shit, do you let it make you, mold you, build you, ignite a flame inside of you, or do you let it control you? So when I ask you, why did you steal? Well, I don't really have a problem with stealing. I have a problem with your why. If you're stealing for the sole purpose of a thrill, if you're stealing for the sole purpose of pride and overpowering another man, well, I don't think that's reason enough. But if you got stealing from a purpose, for a greater power, for a greater reason, because somebody with that provision doesn't understand what they've got, what they should do with it, well, that's a different story. Again, my compass of morality is very different than any average old preacher. Y'all ever hear the story of Robin Hood?
No.
Well, it's an old English story about a man that would steal from the rich, and you know what he'd do with that money?
What?
He would give to those that were poor. And that gives a moral conundrum, doesn't it? Howdy.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah, gives a moral conundrum, doesn't it? Who's in the wrong? Is it the wealthy man that hoards all his money to get fat? Doesn't care about what's happening outside of his four walls? Is it the man that takes to give to those that genuinely need? Well, some want to make it finite, don't they? They want to make it black and white. And they got to use things that men have created to justify it so. But if you step outside what you've always been taught and you think objectively, well, I don't think there's ever such thing as black and white, is there?
No.
So,
I don't think so.
Before you go down this rampage, the man you were, the things you do, and all that shit, stop and ask yourself why. And if you can give yourself a justification for your why, well, then you keep working. You keep doing, and you change your way. Does that help?
It does.
Sadie,
It does. Thank you.
Welcome.
is that Reeves in the corner?
Wow. Do you feel transformed, Bernard?
I feel that I walked in confused and lost. But now I feel like I have the answers I need to make the better decisions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go do a walk around. I'll be right back.
Muy bien, Bernard.
Well, I'm glad I can help in some way. There is a telegram at the end of those books. If you want to talk further, please telegram. I'd love to give more correspondence in that way, but this is where I live, this is where I stay, and sometimes I operate out of the schoolhouse in Armadillo. So if you ever see an advert for either the church or Helping Hands, come by. I'd love to talk to you further, all right?
Well, thank you, Mr. Preacher. Truly,
course.
this has been very eye-opening for me.
Well, I'm glad I could be of some help.
Preacher, do you think we should do round 2 of the service?
Or is this all new folk here?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Came to kind of
Yes,
saw
sir.
there was an advert.
Oh, well,
Just wanted to meet y'all.
service just ended, but I'd
Heard
like
there's
to
some-
meet y'all.
Ah, shite.
I'm late.
Thank y'all. Do you need anything else? If you need anything else, telegram, all right?
See,
It was great to meet you both.
The pleasure is all ours, Mr. Preacher.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Kind of you to say.
Come, Bernard. I think we have a lot to think about.
Y'all travel safe.
Thank you.
Now, who might y'all be?
Hi, Billy. Bye, Billy.
Well, hello,
Hi,
sir.
everyone.
Might I introduce all of us? My name is Sadie Lancaster. Nice to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you, Miss Sadie. I'm Preacher.
Well, those are my good friends over here. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Hello there, Mr. Preacher. I am but a humble Irishman here to learn more about what the Church of Hollow is. My name's Fretty. It's nice to meet you.
Okay, Freddie.
Yeah.
My
Pleasure.
name's John Bohannon. I'm just a rancher boy.
Bohannon, that's a strong name. I like
Thank
that
you, sir.
name.
Very strong.
It's a strong name. And yourself, Billy?
My name's Raymond. Nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. And you, ma'am, are you with them?
Yeah, I'm with them. Oh, no, she's not.
Oh, okay.
No, she ain't with us.
What's
Well,
your name, ma'am?
I mean,
I would
she
like to
seems
know
like a
your
nice
name.
lady,
hi.
but
My name's Seeker. I'm looking for Mr. Book.
Oh, Seeker. All right. Seeker, why don't you and I are going to talk, okay, Seeker? Why don't you go hang out with these fellas to my left while I talk with these individuals here, okay?
I'm dyslexic. These ones?
Where I'm facing over
Right
there.
over here.
Oh,
Hi.
that's Seeker back there. You get to know her, okay?
Welcome.
And where
Well,
y'all
what's your
where y'all
name,
faring
mister?
from? You said you traveled here.
well, we kind of everywhere, but we spend a lot of time on the east, to be honest.
What part
Annsbury,
east
Van
of
Horn.
Ansbury, Van Horn? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, right around there. Yeah. We've been here. We've been together probably as a, guess you could say, family, if you will,
Is this so?
or
So y'all in the
maybe a
farming
month or
work
so,
with Mr.
or-
Bohannon? Is that what you said?
something like that.
Something like that. More like security.
Oh,
In a
security.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it with wagons and such?
I just
Whatever
picked
you
up my
need.
first wagon today, friend.
Okay. Okay. Now, did y'all get a copy of the book by chance? Have y'all seen it?
I happened to get a
Let's see.
copy. I'm just not the best reader, so I.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I believe I'm the only one who's laid eyes on it so far.
well,
so
there,
the
I
others haven't.
believe on these tables there might be some extra books. If somebody wants to grab a few, you're welcome. They're no free of charge. You don't have to pay for them.
That's
I'll
mighty
check
kind of you,
one
feller.
out.
Thank
Oh,
you.
see, Vic, you're-
Yeah.
excuse
Oh,
me.
is that
Nice
it?
creature.
Yeah, there's looks like there might be 3 right here on this right side for those that don't have it.
Wonderful. Right. So how long y'all been out here in the west? You know,
Well,
I
we-
used to live out here a while ago.
Is that so? We
It's a while.
just had our 3rd service. Boys and I have been living here in Armadillo for maybe 2.5, 3 months now.
Right.
Well,
we wanted to offer our services, you know, security, if you ever need any help with the manpower, as it were.
Oh, is that so?
You can always telegram me at SADIE, that's Sadie. Yes, sir.
This is one hell of a one book that is definitely a holy one, I guess.
I
Well-
like the theme that y'all had. I heard you was all talking about like the tyranny of the fucking law and the fucking
Well,
government. and
in this
everything
thing, I
today.
want
Is
to
that
help you,
right?
Phil. And let me give you all an overview about who we are. Okay. There ain't nothing holy about that book. Now, you might look at some of the imagery and you might think this is a cult. We're not a cult, so y'all breathe easy. Okay?
All right.
Y'all breathe easy. I heard the holy hesitancy there. I've been a Protestant pastor for many a year. Okay. I am no longer a Protestant pastor. Okay. And that book was written by me. So a lot of the rhetoric is there to be inspirational and intriguing for people to ask questions. I've learned that in my many years preaching from the pulpit. You say things plain, people don't listen. But you put a little umph, you might get people's attention. So a lot of that is metaphorical, and a lot of that is fiery rhetoric, but there's meaning to it all. Okay. Now I need you to understand, I don't preach a God. I don't preach heaven and hell. I don't preach a spirit. I don't preach a man. The hollow is an idea. It's a belief. It's a faithless faith in a way of living, so to speak. Best way to explain it is I can ask a question. I'm just going to use you, ma'am, okay? Has life ever just brought you shit?
Of course.
Yeah.
Plenty
right,
of shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think anybody that has a pulse has lived long enough. Everybody's got some shit that they've had to endure, right?
Right.
And put it plain, you got people that either overcome it or they break underneath it. You lose somebody you care about, things happen, right? Yeah, lose your family, go out west. You've been working the field, the famine comes. I mean, what have you? Everybody's got something that was detrimental to them, right? And
Okay.
just like oil to a flame, I mean, you got to imagine, you've seen oil, right? Black as can be, a liquid, just viscous, right? And it's found in the damn ground. Can you imagine if a thirsty man was digging, found the oil and drank it? What would happen to that man? He'd die, right?
Nothing
Oil's-
good. Nothing good.
Oil's toxic
That's
to
right.
the body. He's looking for water, kind of looks like water, but it's black. Drinks it and thinks it's bad. And somebody somewhere discovered if I put a flame to oil, it'll ignite and a bigger flame will come. So something that was meant to kill you or could kill you, you learned how to harness it and it became something good. You hear that? That
I like that.
is the hollow. The shit that life brings, you can either let it break you or you can let it make you. That's what we preach. That's what we believe. Now, we do believe something on top of that. I am a firm believer that religion and government are tools man has made to control other man. To convince you that you're too weak to care for yourself, you're too weak to think on your own. You need a God, or you need a president, or you need a man with a badge to tell you what's right, and you just got to trust and believe what I say is true.
That's
Well,
fucking right.
That's just a bunch of shit. The
Yeah,
only
that's
people
fucking
that you could trust are like you called each other family. Only people you could trust the people that have proven themselves to you. See, I think we're a lot more like the animals that we had learned to admire and respect than we realize. I like to identify ourselves as wolves. Wolves don't live without understanding who they are and what they do. They don't have moments of trying to understand morality. When they see the deer alone, they pounce and they eat and they protect each other fiercely, even if it means costing their own life. I think that is the way of living. And what we've done is we've created all these institutions to control men and tell them that they're just puppy dogs. No, we all got a wolf inside of us. That's what I preach. That's what we believe.
That's right.
Well, I think we all in agreement, ain't we?
Ain't no
Boys?
good and evil in
so.
nature.
That's right.
Right.
Questions?
Well, I've been hearing about you for, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, and I've been talking to these guys here saying I wanted to see what y'all had to say, and unfortunately we was a little bit late, but I appreciate you taking the time to, let us understand what y'all about. Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask plain. Y'all have run-ins with? Well, shit. Too late now.
With the law?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Poppy. Got me telly.
Oh, these your friends?
Hey, Jericho. Yes.
Okay.
One of my friends.
That's
just
more of the family.
Yeah, there's more of the family.
Or the family.
Well, then you heard my answer. Speak it plain. Is it what's been happening?
I mean, we have run-ins with the law and everything, but, you know, fortunately lately, we've been able to outwit and outlast them, but, you know, you never know what could happen next, right?
Just like the animals you was talking about, Preacher. You know, I guess we somewhat see us as a bit of snakes, you know, get a bad rap, right? Horses see it, they flee, but we're just out trying to survive out here, you know. Not good nor evil, it's just nature.
Well, fella, you don't.
Just like you was saying.
You go ahead and look at my book, and you can look at this poster here. Understand, I've got a whole other metaphor there. And I do understand and appreciate the sentiment you just gave me. Well, I'm very happy to meet y'all.
I wonder if we should
Hey, John, you got
let
any
him
food
know our
on you?
name. We haven't let anyone know our name yet.
Well, that's
Mister?
it's up to y'all.
You're the best.
But,
I got you.
But know that, much like when I was a Protestant
next time.
pastor, I'd have people. There's a lot of secrets I'd take to my grave. And I'll let y'all know y'all already friends to me because you have like mind and like spirit. That's enough for me to respect and uphold. But if that trust wants to be
Good to
earned
hear.
further, we can do that.
I like that. Yeah.
I need y'all to know, just to extend that trust. You see those boys and girls to my left over there?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just preach. And I'm going to let that linger. We practice what we preach. You catch my meaning?
Yeah.
I
Loud
do,
and
Mister.
clear.
Do we have your telegram? You mind?
It's preach with the 3. P-R-E or 3-A-C-H is my telegram.
Remote.
Preach with the 3.
Mine is just Sadie.
I
S-A-D-I-E.
already got it in my book here.
All
But
right, let's write that down, boys.
does your outfit operate a certain way? Particular resource,
What do you mean by that?
particular well,
Okay, well, listen. I'm in the alcohol business, if you're wondering.
oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Sir.
Oh, okay. We dabble a little bit in that as well. Some moonshine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking to expand, you know, into other things as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I wish you luck on every endeavor.
Thank you, Preacher. Yeah. It's
Thank you
it's
so
good
much.
to find like-minded fellers, even all the way out here in the west, even when we're out in the east. You know, it's enjoyed what you said. You know, hits home.
Well, we have service every other Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Star. So we'll be skipping next Monday, and be back here again if y'all ever want to attend.
I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think I'd like to
Maybe
further
one
this
day we can
relationship.
sit down and talk
Yeah.
about other things. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got my telegram, and we can do that. We can do just that.
Well,
We've got plenty of
y'all
connections
got any
with
more
others
questions?
as well.
He's got a lot of business to attend to. Does anyone else have any questions before we let you go? Well, again,
Well, looks like there might be another book for anybody that might be interested there to my left.
I'd like to take it.
Yeah, feel free. All the way on the right there. There you go.
I got one last question, Mr. Preacher.
Of course.
There seems to be some hot cider on the table here. Can I Mind if I?
You're
Yeah,
welcome
you mind
to
if I
it.
take a
welcome
swig?
to
Oh,
it.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
You're a good man, preacher.
Yeah, keep it on. Well, it was a pleasure to meet y'all. I'm excited for more
Yeah,
more
lovely.
meetings just like this.
Sure.
All right. Awesome.
Well,
Well,
thank you for
you got-
traveling all this way. Y'all travel back safe.
Absolutely. You
If
got
y'all
friends
need
in us,
any,
preacher.
if y'all need any manpower or anything like that, any backup, anything like that, you come to us, okay?
I hear you. Thank you.
All right. You be
And
safe. man.
extend our thanks to your people back there as well. I
I will.
appreciate you, Preacher. Take care now.
All right, goodbye.
Take care.
What you said.
Well, someone played I got a grand.
Holy shit.
Preacher.
Was ya?
Hello.
Holy shit! Today was busy.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, I think we'll have to do some advertising earlier on next time. Get everybody here at the same time.
Yeah. I did not expect
good to
this
see
many,
you.
but it was good to see.
Definitely.
Did we lose Lucky and Boyd?
They might be outside.
Okay. Well, hey there, Seeker.
Oh, hi.
You met some of these boys. They introduced themselves.
Well,
No,
we spoke
I
a
think
little
he was
bit.
just talking. I don't know who started what, but
Seeker.
Well, you can call me Unc.
Yeah, that's Uncle. That's Donnie there, and that's Jesse to my left.
oh hi, my name's Seeker, but not really because it's a nickname.
It's good.
Seeker, I am Mr. Book. I'm preacher.
Oh hi.
Yeah. I have enjoyed our correspondence. Hopefully you're not too upset at my husky comment. After I sent it, I thought maybe I may have upset you a bit. Didn't seem like that was the
I
answer you
just
wanted.
think that a golden retriever is way cuter than a
Well,
husky.
I was thinking more temperament, and huskies could be cute themselves.
Yeah, that's true. But, they just kept driving home that a husky is dramatic and noisy, and I...
See, I don't know a lot of people that say dramatic with such dramatics, if I'm honest, Seeker.
Well, I was just making the point that it was, that's how they perceived it, and I said that I'm dramatic, but I don't think so.
Well, your writing might be dramatic, but I guess it's hard to see if it also translates.
Okay,
to
well, you saw my book. Is it dramatic?
Oh. I don't know.
Fuck. Okay, all right. Okay, I can be dramatic sometimes.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's actually a good thing. I like it.
Writing's great.
You are who you are, and you don't apologize for it. More people need to be that
Till
way.
I get
Seeker.
yelled at and I have to apologize.
Well, you ain't gonna be yelled at here. You're amongst friends.
I just like that you tried to get the lawmen to see Jesus, and they really couldn't see it.
I'm still trying to imagine that donkey ride.
Yeah, me too.
He was so
I'm trying to
mad.
recreate that.
I just tell them that I'm a criminal technically because I got a record, and that's the only reason you're a criminal is because you're on record. Otherwise, you're a law-abiding citizen. And I would think that I'd have a record for many other things that I've done to include murder, in self-defense, of course.
Allegedly.
But allegedly. But, instead it was because the city was burning down and I had an illegal shotgun while riding my donkey, Steve. And so I took him in circles around the St. Denis Church to help them find Jesus so they can get their priorities straight. But Frank didn't like that, and so they were going to arrest me anyways, and I thought that I would just try and take them on a tour through St. Denis while it was on fire. And so I got charged with fleeing and eluding by donkey and possession of an illegal
Wait,
firearm.
is that the law specifically by donkey?
Yeah, they put it in there. I had it
Oh,
on a
shit.
paper somewhere, but it's gone now because I had to pay the fine. I wasn't going to, but my grandmother gave me the money to do it.
Is that so? Well, I was going to respond to your latest telegram, but then I thought to myself, well, we're having service tonight, and well, I think it'd be best to speak in person this time around.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I didn't
Would you
get
like
it in time,
to be
I
in
guess.
private, or do you want? Is these boys okay to be a part of this conversation?
No, yeah, that's okay.
Well, I mean, the part of the conversation that intrigued me was, well, you feel outcasted a bit. You feel isolated, or am I misinterpreting your words?
No, yeah, well, you see, what had happened was I have some bonus orphans now. My brother and someone else helped break up a married couple. It's a long story. Anyways, their children are now part of my family, and well, they had someone die, and I thought, if my brothers died, they're probably going to become a coffee table. I'm going to put them in a coffin, I'm going to take them home, and they're just going to be with me always, And I thought I would help her do the same thing. And apparently that wasn't the right thing to do or say, and I made some people upset. And they said, Seeker, you have to fix it. Don't know what I had to fix, but I fixed it. Right, fixed it, I guess. I thought I did. And well, apparently now we're in more trouble because we actually almost got to stealing the body from the morgue by just asking for it. Because I know a lot of doctors, so people don't really question me when I ask them for things. And I just walked up and said, hey, we're here to pick up Viv's body for the funeral. And they're like, oh, all right. But they took too long. We panicked, so we ran away.
So now you're estranged from your family? Is that what you're saying?
Well, after that, my stepmother/adopted mother kind of basically, in not so many ways, lectured Livy and said, well, we've had this conversation about family and everything, and you should, whatever. But we haven't had that conversation, so I didn't really feel like family at that point. And then they said, you know what, I'm not helping you. Whatever happens, happens. And I was like, well, that doesn't sound very family-like. So I was kind of sad.
Okay. Seeker, I really want to continue this conversation, so please don't go nowhere. Fellers, get a good grasp on what she's wanting and how we can potentially provide that. I need everybody to know, Unc knows this, but for those that may not know, Seeker is probably our longest standing, what is this, potential convert? Is it a good way to say it, Unc?
Ooh.
We have been telegramming for months now, haven't we, Seeker?
Wowee.
Have we?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess we kind of have.
Yeah, we have been for a while. So what I need y'all to do is red carpet royal treatment for this lady right here, okay?
Okay.
I need to talk to Mr. Sullivan very quickly. Excuse me, Seeker.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sullivan. I know that y'all have been waiting for me for some time.
That's right, George. I myself outside.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna go get some goats and just start slitting throats.
I just want to go find a donkey because I just want to see you ride a donkey, to be honest.
Right, so we behead him here then? All of
Holy shit, what the hell did I
doing
do?
it here. We're doing
I
it
mean,
here.
hey, if you need to, I won't stop you. Now, those boys might come out and you might have a problem.
I won't do that to you. All right. This is somebody who's trying to be mean, trying to find her, Mr. Preacher.
Well, I apologize for the delay. Today has been extra busy after service.
Seem like a popular fellow around here. I've heard lots about you.
So you're about the fourth person to say that, and I get weary. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. There's really nothing in between.
Promise you all I hear is good, at least so far, so got something going for you.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, who might you be, fella?
My name is Oliver.
Okay, so you are the fella that lives in that well down there, right?
Yeah, that would be me.
Okay, well, fella, I hope it's okay that we have service here. We take no claim to the land, and we have no ambition to, take any of that away from you. We tried to do services at the schoolhouse, and if you were at service today, well, you'll find out quick there's not enough room there. So we try to have services in here. I hope that's okay.
Sure. I was gonna extend you the same politeness.
Oh, well, that's very kind. It's very kind.
As far as I'm aware, this church belongs to nobody, so as long as we both get along, we'll be just fine.
It's the way I understand it to be operated as well. That's why I thought it may be no offense to have service every now and again. But like I said, we claim nothing for this church, other than just using it occasionally.
Sure, I don't mind it one bit. As long as y'all don't bring me trouble, I won't bring you none.
Well, if anything, we'll do you the service of if trouble comes your way, you've got helping us.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Same to you. I do have a small favor to ask, I suppose. You are not obligated to do so. However, if you take a walk around the grounds, you may notice that I take it upon myself to care for those who have no option but to stay here. I would politely ask that y'all assist me in doing the same if we're both going to be taking up residence here.
Well, we
Out of
have no
respect.
problem with that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm very, very keen on understanding the men and women that may take some of those graves and call it home and what they've done for this land. So, it would be my honor to assist you in that way. And well, two things I can guarantee to you. Me and the boys will help. But not only that, we'll do our best to honor this while we're here as well. And if you see anything out of place, you let me know and I'll make sure it gets taken care of.
Appreciate that.
Of course.
A couple of rakes in the shed over there I'll use and just make sure things look tidy. I'll be honest with you, nobody ever really comes to visit, but on the off chance they do, just a small pleasantry to see their loved one's grave taken care of.
Again, it would be an honor. It would be an honor. Now, my understanding is well, you and Mr. Sullivan here have a very similar profession. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, you could say something like that.
Yeah.
Similar, not quite the same, but if you understand what he does, and by and large, you understand what I do as well.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well. There's some outfits that call this place home that have, well, I could say the same about you. I've heard about you, know about you. Not to an extent that you probably would be uncomfortable with, but enough to take a good guess. And, well, I think it might be a way that we can assist and work with each other as well.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad this meeting did happen, Mr. Sullivan. Thank you so much for bringing this about, truly.
Or it would have happened even if I weren't here. To be
Well,
honest,
and
Mr. Preacher.
that's the part that's trying to get me sideways. This is our third service now, a span of about a month and a half. I'm surprised we haven't ran into each other yet.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Believe the last sermon you had, I just missed you by about 15 or 20 minutes or so.
That might be it. We're just probably missing each other, that's all.
In any case, please don't be a stranger. You ever need anything, I'm quite literally right around the corner.
Likewise. We've got a great chef in our outfit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure when he makes meals, he can come bring them and deliver them to you. All right, so if you find meals either somewhere on the property or maybe even if he's want to make sure he doesn't get taken from an animal or person, he might leave it at the base of that well. But just know it's going to be coming from us, okay?
It's awfully kind.
Of course.
Now, I know you've been here for a while, but it doesn't seem like you're here often. So one thing I do think you should be aware of is that there was a theft here the other day. By whom I am still unclear on.
Okay, what was stolen?
I had a lovely, wonderfully crafted taxidermy stolen from me.
Holy shit. Okay. I know that we have a camp together. I know it was none of my boys. If it was, we'd get that handled. But in truth, we don't usually take without purpose. It's against
No, I'm not accusing y'all. Let me make that very clear. I'm just saying if y'all are in the habit of leaving things around, just do so with the understanding that it may not be there when you get back. At least until I find out who it is that's been running amok around here.
Well, I'll keep an eye out. If we see anybody consistently bringing themselves through, I'll be sure to let you know.
Good. Yeah. Well, that's about all that I've got.
What was taxidermied, if you don't mind me asking? That way I can keep it out for you as well.
Sure. It was a large, full-grown male cougar mounted up on a rock.
Okay.
Sure, known as the mountain lion, or the mounted lion, Pretty nice, pretty big.
Okay, well then that sounds like it'd be hard to miss. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, stand about up to your waist and maybe 4 foot long, so anybody moving that's gonna have to do so with at least a couple of folk or a wagon.
Sure. All right, yes sir, we'll keep an eye out.
Appreciate that. Well, you seem to be an awfully busy man. I don't want to keep you away from your congregation.
Well, thank you, Mr. Oliver. It truly was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Again, if you ever need anything, don't be a stranger. You can reach me in my personal telegram, since we're going to be right next door to one another.
Yeah, what is that? If you don't mind, I'll give you yours, or I'll give you mine as well.
Sure. My personal telegram's going to be OLLIED. OLLIED. Other folk with inquiries you can send over to Lantern, spelled LNTRN. That'd be the one that you see advertised.
I got to my book too late. Can you say it one more time?
Sure. My personal telegram's going to be OLLIED. OLLIED. For business purposes, you can send folk over to Lantern, spelled LNTRN.
Got it. Mine is preach, spelled with a 3 instead of an E, so PR3ACH.
That'd be easy enough.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Honor.
Preacher, if you ever need anything, or please let me know.
Likewise, Mr. Sullivan, you know that.
All right, well, you take care of yourself and be well. I look forward to seeing what it is that y'all put together here.
Of course.
Many great things to come. I can see that.
Well, thank you. It's very kind, very kind. Y'all be safe.
Take it easy, Lord Preacher. See you around doors. Oh, perfect.
She's a photographer. She has possessed dolls, and those things
Wait.
need to be burned down.
Wait, Preacher just
immediately.
got here. Oh. Give it 30 more seconds or minutes, depending on how this goes.
All right, we got a PP for you.
Apparently, we have a big PP for you, Preacher.
Average. It's
an
average.
She said it
Average.
was a
Oh,
little
yeah,
above
it's just
average,
more, I
maybe.
think. I don't know. I was just,
It's
What in
decently
the Sam
sized
hell
on a
are
good
y'all
day.
saying?
Preacher problem.
Oh, oh, hell. Okay. What's up? What's going on?
I don't know what's the problem
She
there.
gonna
But
say
there
it
are
all again.
That's what I was
many
gonna say. I don't think it's much of a problem. I think it's more of just like a, I don't know, like a deduction service that
Somebody
needs to,
just
I don't-
spill it? Somebody just want to
Go
tell
ahead,
me?
Seeker.
I don't know which part. I've said
Just
so
start from the
much.
beginning and go again.
Okay,
Honestly,
well-
I think he needs to hear the whole thing.
Yeah.
This is like a story of my life. We could be
I don't
here a
think
while.
that had anything to do with.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never
maybe
mind.
not.
we were
Okay,
talking
never mind.
about, to be honest. But
Maybe she didn't-
it was nice to hear it though.
I don't know, Preacher. I heard a lot of things right now, and some of them I like, some of them I'm not sure about.
What do you mean by not sure? Speak plain, boy. What are you worried about?
I would never want to walk into a house full of dolls. It's like a never-ending tea party. I don't
That's
like
just
that.
her bedroom.
I kind of want to see it.
And Tops
that's
about
Keegan,
it. Just-
right?
If you ever go get photography pictures by my mate Tops, just don't go in the attic, okay?
Okay,
Just don't do it.
well, we'll not
Let
do.
me scribble a note down. Definitely go into the attic
There's
when I go see
about,
Tops.
50 creepy
She's
dolls
the
up
wife of
there,
the
and at
gunsmith.
least 12 of them are possessed. I swear, they will. I
This is all Saint Denis,
babysat her
Preacher.
plants and
Oh,
her
okay.
cats one time, and they were moving. I didn't move them.
Seeker, you have the most interesting life story I've ever heard.
Well, again, you can read the first half of my book.
Oh, you
Can
have
I-
a book?
Can I read
Okay,
it?
That might be helpful.
Oh shit!
Here,
I'm
you
gonna,
can pass
I'm gonna
around.
go down to Saint Denis later and purchase.
I
it.
get, I'm not.
I got-
I'm not
I
a
got
very
right
big PP, so.
No, hopefully not.
I'll let you read it too. There's just Seeker's Little Legends by Emery L. So somebody wrote this book about you.
No, it's me. That's me. I wrote it.
Okay.
That's
The
enough.
dolls
Oh,
and
that's your
rabbits.
name.
Emery.
That's
Yeah,
your
my
name.
name's Emery Lillian Denholm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you think I was actually named Seeker?
Oh, this is wonderful. No,
Yes.
I just didn't know that you
Yeah,
were
you
the
did.
author of this.
No, he did.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's a great portrait of you.
I mean, I thought it.
Oh yeah, Tops made that for me.
Dude,
Well, this is just
Isn't it something?
This is just wonderful.
The Seeker, I have to take your, not take it, I have to leave. I have to go lay down.
Okay,
My
you
time
don't
has
need to
come
take
to
me
an
for
end.
that.
No, I was gonna say, there's a phrase I can't think
the
of.
hell?
Anyways. I was, Boyd, nice to
Must-
meet
I'm
you.
Jesse,
trying to say you have to
Jesse,
take your
speak
leave.
up.
Are you
Speak
trying
up,
to say
Jesse.
you
Leave.
Jesse, I'm gonna need you to start saying things with your
I know
chest.
you're nervous, Jesse. I know.
Jesse,
But you gotta
step in
talk
the middle.
loud.
Jesse,
Yeah,
step
get
in the
in the
middle
middle of the circle,
In the
Jesse.
Get in the middle, Jesse. There you go.
All right, so say what you wanted to say.
To Seeker.
Boyd,
Say it to Seeker.
Yeah.
Seeker,
Yeah.
Donnie,
No,
Preacher.
get your ass back over here on the left and try again. Back over there, and then now get in the center again and sound confident. I'm gonna have to take my leave, is what you're trying to say. Seeker, I'm
I
gonna
have
have
to
to
leave.
No, get your ass back over there, Jesse. God, Seeker, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take my leave. Now get in the center and try again.
Seeker, I'm sorry to say I have to take my leave, but it was lovely listening to you, and I hope to see you again.
God
What,
damn it,
you're
that's how you do it,
leaving?
man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, brother.
Fuck.
That's what I
Sleep
like
is
to
for
see.
the weak.
No
No, I'm just
excuse.
kidding.
Good
It's nice
shit,
meeting
Jesse.
you.
Good shit.
Thank you,
Wait,
Preacher.
wait,
I'm
Jesse,
sick.
why are you leaving? Just say a couple more minutes.
I wish I could.
Jesse?
I'm dirty. I need to bathe.
All right, you
lay
go.
down.
Go bathe, Jesse. Go bathe. Go bathe.
Have a good,
Oh, yeah.
have a good bath.
Get out of here,
Wash
dirty
some of
boy.
the nerves off you.
It's a desert, fella. Good luck.
Bathe in the dust.
We're gonna make something of that boy. I thought Lucky was gonna be our project, but Jesse's our project.
Yeah,
I don't think
me and
that's.
Boyd were talking about.
I don't think that's a project. That's a whole mission.
We're
Larry
gonna
Preacher.
make it happen, boys. You
Well,
understand?
we'll see. We'll
Good
see.
thing we're a part of a church.
That's
Just
After
right.
the
drop
first
him in
one,
the
I got.
middle of Saint Denis in front of the orphans.
No,
and
we're
say,
not
"Go."
doing that, Seeker. He's our
Try
he's
by
our
fire.
problem. He's our project. You see?
I'm just saying. One good fist fight, I'm sure he'll get confident.
I'm nervous. If someone punches that man, he might just turn to dust out of
No,
his
he
nerves.
won't. We're gonna he's gonna be the very definition of the hollow, making him into something else. We're gonna prove it through him. And then when he gets up to share his story, like Unc tries to get people to do, he's gonna get up there and he's gonna be, this is who I used to be, and the hollow has made me this. Watch, you just wait. It might take a year or 2 or 3 or 4, but we'll get there.
Do you think he's an armadillo?
No, not right now, but he will be. He will be.
Well, don't they get like scared and curl up into a ball? and roll around?
I thought you meant like an armadillion, like one of the fellers here. I didn't realize.
No, I meant like the actual animal. You know.
No,
like
no,
me,
no,
tree
no.
frog.
What in the fuck is an armadillion?
She
Is that like a
okay.
reptile?
No, like a person that resides in Armadillo.
Yeah, like a Saint Denison, you know.
Yeah,
I thought they were
Saint-
armadillions.
No, armadillion is like
Armadillites.
Thought it was French.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's Saint
Armadillions.
Denison.
We're getting
Armadillions.
lost.
That's a good one. I like armadillions.
Seeker,
Yeah.
you want a new home?
Oh. Yeah, maybe, but I don't really know where that is. I like Saint Denis, and I don't know. It just felt real weird.
I mean, the Seeker. You and I have been corresponding for quite some time, and there's a fire inside of you that I truly believe is the hollow. You live and breathe. You operate as a free woman. A lot of people try to live in the bounds and the constraints that other people try to put around them, but you don't live that way, Seeker. Even this book is evidence of the stories that you give, and that's the kind of family we've created here at the Church of Hollow. With these boys specifically as disciples of the Hollow, we truly believe that, Jesse's a good example. We accept him for who he is because he is who he is, and he doesn't apologize for it. And he's got a desire to become something, and we're going to help him get there. And if that desire changes, then we're going to help
Preacher.
him get what?
I hate to interrupt you preaching and all,
Yeah.
but he definitely apologizes a lot.
Okay, well, we're going to work on that, boy. We're going to work on that. What I'm trying to communicate, Seeker, is you keep being yourself to all these other people. and it gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, you could be yourself here, and you'll get praised for it.
You say that until you start hearing some of the stuff that comes out of my mouth.
Well, the only
I
time,
don't think sometimes before I say things.
and that's
I just say
okay.
what I think.
The only time that you'll ever, I guess, get sideways with anybody here is if you're purposely. I wouldn't say you would do it maliciously. If you did it accidentally, we won't fault you for it. But if you're purposely hurting your brother or sister, right? That's the only time you get sideways. Outside of that, ain't nobody gonna fault you for stealing bodies or doing the shit that you do. If
I was just
anything,
trying to help out a friend, you know?
yeah, if anything, we're gonna praise you for being who you are. I've been telling you that in those telegrams, and I know you've been resonating. You thought you even asked the question, are all these rules just a means to control? And I said, no, you can walk away at any time, but the rules are not rules. The guidelines really is what they are. They're to keep us on mission. They're to give us a focus. They're not to control us, you see. How about you think on it? But I want you to know that you're welcome here. Armadillo is very different than Saint Denis. It's
Yeah, I've been out here a bit. I normally come out here and herb.
Well,
Or get peyote.
It's a place where people are allowed to be free, or at least we're trying to keep it that way, aren't we, boys?
Well, I'll say.
That's right.
Last I heard, the marshals were.
Well, it is under threat. Now, we'll say this to you, Seeker. We don't just preach what we preach. We live it. The marshals and law and government tries to come out here and control. Well, these sword arms we carry, they're not just for show, you see. And if that's something that you don't want to be a part of, then, well, we can just be friends. But if you want to be a part of protecting what it is to live free, to be you, I think that's worth fighting for. I think that's worth dying for, Seeker. And if that helps you get purpose and have some friends and like-minded individuals riding alongside you, well, that might be just what you're looking for based off your last telegram.
Yeah, that's true.
How about you think on it? And if you have questions about who we are, what we do, you can ask me direct. And you could take your time with it. We ain't gonna rush it. Like I said, it's a choice you gotta make. We ain't making it for you. But I want you to know that the offer will always be there. Because I see it, I know Unc sees it, and these fellers talking to you, they probably see it too. The hollow burns bright inside of you, Seeker, and I don't want that. I don't want that hushed out by other men. You deserve to roam free and be who you are. All right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You think on it. You got questions, you ask them. And every now and then I'll reach out to you and see where you are. But just know that offer stands. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You want to look at this book, Donnie?
Oh, yeah.
It is a doozy.
It's artwork.
It is art. I will not disagree with you. You haven't been able to come to service yet, have you, Seeker?
No, I got distracted with being a gambling degenerate, and then on the way here, that I was coming really quickly after I was told to get out of town by my sister. I found some herbs and I had to stop and pick them, and then I had to refocus.
Well, then you probably will never attend a church service if you get distracted that easily. That's okay. We have them every other Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Stars is when we have those services.
Monday.
Every other Monday,
Okay.
10 p.m. Eastern Stars.
Yeah, I got a job as an announcer for QBC's fight boxing thing.
Sure.
Because they said that I'm really good at it, I guess. And I
Where
said,
is
yeah,
that? When is that?
They have them on Fridays, but I haven't been to a single one. I was helping one of them to do it because they were all tamming. I was like, no, you just gotta say it like this. You just gotta say whatever comes out. And then I got the job, but I also never went to it. But my aunt owns it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I've been all over Monroe, but I haven't really lived outside of St. Denis since I moved here, like, I don't know, 2 years ago.
Well, you're welcome here. Any of y'all got any questions for Seeker? If not, I'm ready to
Right now,
finally
I
get
don't
out of this
think.
damn church building. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I met Oliver. Have y'all met Oliver, the guy that lives down in the well?
Yeah, we helped him get a cube.
Oh, yeah.
Brief.
So, he lives in the well, and I made an agreement I'm going to need y'all's help with. We're going to keep after the place. If there's things around, we try to make sure we keep it pristine and protected. And his biggest desire is to make sure those graves are well maintained and cared for. All right, so we'll help him where we can, boys.
Sounds good.
Lucky, will
Does
you do
that
me a
mean
favor?
digging them up?
No, it means making sure the headstones look clean.
Oh.
If people start vandalizing, we run them out. Just protecting, caring for the place. Lucky, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Anytime you start making any meals and provision for camp, if you're riding by towards the bluff or here at the church house, will you just leave a meal or two down right at the base of that well for them?
Yeah, I got you.
Oliver is somebody we want to keep close to the chest, all right, boys? He's going to have access to things that we're going to need. So we're going to nurture that relationship, all right?
And where's
you
he
mean-
at?
what do you mean
He
base
lives in the well.
He's in the well.
Just outside the church.
What do you
That
mean base
sounds like
the
a
well?
story.
You
Oh,
mean
Man
right
in the
on the
well.
top or the bottom of the
Remember when we went inside and we saw the evidence of people living when we went down the well? That's Oliver's things.
Yeah.
And that's where Oliver lives. I just met
All
with
right.
him and had a great conversation, and he's excited to be working with us. So I just want to make sure that we, like I said, we nurture that relationship best we can.
This sounds good.
And what'd you think about Mr. Bajil there? Sure.
Donnie, I've met plenty of father, priest, senator, and a congressman. I think he was peddling.
Yeah, kind of sounds like he just
He's
appealed to whoever populace he was around at that point.
That's right. He's going to let my ears itch and make me believe. So I kindly
Yeah.
just nodded my head and said, well, that's very kind. But any
I would-
man that takes power like that, things will be the same. He
I'm
ain't
a
gonna be
betting
no
man, and I would put down money on the fact that we won't probably see him show face again in Armadillo.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I just wanted to make sure he didn't get shot, but
Yes, Seeker?
A question.
Of course.
You ever worry that, maybe some people will come here that aren't actually looking to hear what you just got to say?
It happens every service. There's a few lawmen that take off their badge, sit there, pretend they're not law. I'm very well aware.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I walked in, I thought you Baldy, you was lawman. I was like, I know that one.
I rode through roads earlier today. Some people ran after my horse, kept yelling for Stubbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, we're familiar with Stubbs, aren't we, Young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I think you're better looking than he is.
Thank you.
And I definitely think you get laid more than he does as well.
I don't know how you would even count that.
Wouldn't those two sort of coincide?
Seeker, have you met Unc?
I don't know. Were you at the very memorable moment where I took a trip to a dried up riverbed?
Yeah.
Then yeah,
I
I
was.
have.
We also met today.
Oh yeah, that too.
Seeker, I don't know what you keep mentioning this dried up riverbed. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I had done a line of cocaine and smoked some Oda and took a swig of moonshine, went out herbing, and found some people, you know?
You found some people, they found you. It's all hard
That
to
sounds
tell.
like a hell of a time, honestly.
Well, I mean, who could say which did which,
Right.
you know?
Right. Who can say? All right.
Oh, preacher, actually, before I forget.
What's that?
Before the service, I did a roundabouts the grounds, made sure everything looked all right. And I found this after the service, which definitely was not around before. It was laying right there on the stoop outside.
Yeah. I know they were here.
Doesn't leave the stoop.
They have been at every service.
Yeah. It seems that they want you to know they're here now.
Yeah, then it's fine. Just because they're too afraid to keep the badge on doesn't mean they're not
I
seen.
was gonna say.
Oh, law then.
We came in 3 people into their quote unquote law meeting. They called it town hall, but they can't have their badge on coming in the church.
Well,
it's funny to me.
Well, they won't have the numbers coming in here is why.
Exactly.
Lucky, do we get any donations?
I'm pretty sure we got some from
Lucky.
the fellow who came with the candidate.
Yeah.
Did we get any donations?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Fillers, for those that may not know, we have the cabin that we've been looking at still hasn't made its way onto the catalog. But it is for
I
sale.
don't even think everybody knows.
Yeah, there's a cabin we're looking at near our camp. You're familiar with. It's where we pull our horses, pay the stable boy. It's very possible. We have the funds right now to procure it. We're just waiting for it to get on the catalog. Unc has already made a bid on another piece of property as well. So we are expanding.
Question for you, preacher.
Yeah.
I was looking at the catalog today. The Armadillo Gunsmith is vacant.
You're more than welcome to go after a business venture. It's completely up to you.
Well, my main
Just talked to us,
concern.
said they were going for it.
Oh, that's fine then. My main concern was that with the type of crowd we have here in Armadillo, in terms of weapon sales, that's fallen on empty hands.
I see what you mean. You could say that. A lot of the outfits here, they've been around for a long time. They're already well stocked. They're not buying. I mean, even us, we're pretty well stocked right now as well.
That's kind of my thought behind it, is that
I'm a gunsmith in Saint Denis.
Wait, you work at a gun store?
My brother owns a gun store in Saint Denis.
That's the other piece too. That's good to know, Seeker. We've got great relations, and most of the outfits have great relations with the gunsmith and Tumbleweed. Been there a long time. Offers a great deal to New Austin.
Yeah, I heard they just switched hands in Tumbleweed. They were, before then, the longest lasting business owner.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, you're more than welcome to it. Seeker sounds like somebody. It sounds like from Seeker somebody's going after it. But
that's fine by me then, because I can't personally
I think
uphold the funds to
everybody's
fight
in the
against
same
that.
boat with that. Unc did have an idea of the saloon, because that one could be a little bit more hands off. You hire the right personnel, but
the saloon. I've met the owner today.
No, there's another saloon.
Oh, different. Okay. Oh, you're talking about Tumbleweed Saloon.
No,
No, it's
Armadillo
a
has
little
another saloon.
tavern
in
in
town.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I
Right
might
next
get
door
a
to the
job at
sheriff's
the.
office.
I might be getting a job at the saloon.
Oh,
the
that's
Search
good.
owns.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. I mean, again, we don't have any plans to take on a business. If somebody wants to, you'll have our support. But I don't know if you'll have our support in running it. But you'll have our support, even if it's a little bit of a finance upstart. We can help you. But right now, we're just trying to get solidified, some space to store all our Bibles, solidified a space for horses and us to congregate. So anyway, just letting you know that's what we're working on. Is there anything else we need to talk about, Unc? I can't. I know Lucky's been on his little trip, so he's gonna get back on what we need for camp. Lucky, we're not looking to spend right now until we secure those two locations.
Yeah, that's what I
So
assumed.
try your best with what you have. Go ahead, Unc.
I was trying to think what else happened.
Oh, we do have something. Shit. Seeker, how you feeling?
High, very high.
Shit. I mean, she's aware. Holy shit, she knows. Fellers, we need to be thinking about what we want to specialize in.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot. Dynamite, fire bottles.
You know what, Seeker? I'm glad you're here because you might actually be able to help us with the knowledge base that you have.
Yeah, moonshines. You need some moonshines?
No. Seeker, listen to me.
Yeah.
We're a different type of outfit. Okay?
Okay.
We don't want to really be a resource. And I'm interested to know if you know of other outfits that may be doing something that's more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Economic.
Specialized, economic, transactional. We want there to be consistent engagement with other outfits. I don't want just a one and done deal. And honestly, we have other sources of revenue. Income is not, I'm not looking for the thing that's going to make us the most money. I want notoriety. I want connections. I want backroom deals.
He wants to preach.
So what? We already have a platform to preach. I'm not worried about that. I want people to be able to connect with us. I want all of us to be able to connect with people well. Do you know what's something we could specialize in that can create that type of platform?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it really depends on what you're looking to do. A lot of people get connected, so a lot of us would get moonshine sales from people out in places like Armadillo, all the way from Saint Denis, because that was the only connection that was available or known. But it all depends. So you have that, and you have, I knew an outfit that they did a bunch of like smuggling. They did piracy, and they would steal some supplies, ships, stuff from a port in Gorma, and then make it all the way to Saint Denis, and then start divvying out the goods that they had collected.
Okay. And what goods were they?
Depends on what kind of cargo ship they hit. There was all kinds of different stuff.
It's whatever the ship's carrying at that point.
Yeah.
And
But it was
only
always
this,
very good and very lucrative.
and only this outfit was able to to get to that cargo ship.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And I mean, I know some of the staples: dynamite, Molotovs, moonshine, cocaine.
You had someone who used to be really good at crafting things, and they would make stuff like machetes and whatnot, which was really cool. Now they're really hard to find.
So just maybe not weaponry, but melee weaponry is what they would provide.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, we're looking for something a little bit more unique than the staples. I know that, like, we're aware of some of the groups that do the moonshine stills and operate with cocaine and all that. And I also know how lucrative it could be. But I just, if it's something more specialized, we might.
You're trying to look at, and you just have to get all of your ducks in a row and make sure you don't bring any pigeons with you to kind of get into that business venture.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, sky's the limit. You just have to be able to acquire all of the stuff for it.
Yeah.
I like that. I've heard the ducks in a row, but I never heard the pigeons part. I like that.
Well, I have a problem because I don't have all of my ducks in a row. I don't even know where some of them are, and I'm pretty sure one of them is a pigeon. So that's where I have those issues.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And it's hard to root them out.
Exactly.
Well, now that we have Lucky here, because I think he has a good mind for this. Look, here's the thing. I've got a contact with an opportunity where we really can make a staple here in Monroe. Okay.
Got a visitor? Never mind.
It's all right.
Run away.
It's all right. So
I do that when I see people sometimes.
they're waiting on me to give them an answer. And I don't want to just lazily give an answer that I know. I want us to put our heads together and come up with something that is us, who we are and what we do.
Organ harvesting.
No, we're not a cult,
Oh.
Seeker. How many times I go tell you and everybody we're not a
Okay,
cult.
all right. Well, I just think, you know.
We're not a cult,
Okay.
Seeker, at all.
All right, I wrote that in my note, but not a cult. Not a
We don't
cult.
organ harvest. We're not cannibals.
Okay,
Matter of fact,
I don't think every cult is necessarily cannibals.
Okay, just to be clear, you can sell a liver without it being cannibalism. All right?
I understand, but harvesting organs is very cultish. She's trying to nod at it, and she don't give her the benefit of the doubt. Lucky, she still
Okay,
thinks
well,
we're a cult.
Well,
We're not.
I mean, I've sold a liver before, is what I'm saying, but
See?
that was before this.
And I wasn't saying it just because of cult, although it would be very, you
Cultish.
know,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
A little bit.
See, like crafting isn't really our outfit, right? Although the machete
Trust me,
thing.
moonshining is a hell of a work. So is Moda. Oh, God.
Yeah, moonshining
Well,
we've been in a little bit, and yeah,
Not to be blunt, but I'm kind of operating in the blind here, preacher. What opportunity are you speaking about exactly? If that's something that
somebody's
you're willing to share,
help us set up the infrastructure for whatever we could imagine.
or whatever we can think of.
Yeah, if it's reasonable. Well, I mean, this person doesn't have unlimited resource, but they've got a lot of trust in what we're doing, and they're willing.
Well, is there anything that? I mean, I know you're asking questions, but is there anything that sticks on your mind specifically?
Well, I do know, and the thing that I felt like could have fit us the best because of the charity that we run and the church that we run was, well, there's a lot of marked bills that people steal from banks. And,
Oh, you're trying to clean?
well, I thought it could work really well since we're a charity organization, so our books are just donations. Take it as a donation, bring the money back into the economy, and it looks clean because it was taken as a donation. Problem is well, the individuals that make sure the money's clean and organized, they like to go through personnel and not groups. So I've been denied with that particular idea. But I did like that because it required groups to consistently come to us for a service that we would provide instead of a resource. You see what I mean? Because then I can look at a group and I can say, you know what? You get every bill. I'm not going to take my percentage off the top. But how about you give me some insight on this particular trade? Or I'm needing info on this, sheriff's deputy. Will you go back and report back? Basically, I want to be able to work it to where we really have these backroom deals and there's consistency with different outfits and we gain trust and we gain influence and we gain, these backroom dealings. So services provide that better than resources. I give somebody a moonshine steal, it's transactional, they move on. There's not a lot of conversation that can come from that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what else outside of that type of service to offer that would be meaningful for other outfits,
So there's no chance of that then, huh?
No, it's been pretty much told to me it ain't gonna work out. So.
All right.
Yeah, think
No,
just like drying racks are a dime a dozen. Back in the day, you had to go to Gasper Street in St. Denis to dry your hemp.
Well, yeah, now you can buy 'em.
People used to have to go to the DeLucas in St. Denis to wash your money.
Yeah. The individual that helped set up this infrastructure said that created problems, so they'd rather set up that infrastructure for individuals instead of outfits. which some of those individuals, people in this circle know, if you catch my meaning. I'm not going to say names, but you can guess. Hell, they may have even attended service today. Hell, they may even live closer than you think.
It's not me. Just so everyone knows, it's not me.
It's not her. But I think they're catching my meaning. I'm trying to catch your faces, but y'all ain't giving me nothing.
I'm still trying to think of a service, but it's.
So
yeah,
maybe-
I'm thinking on that.
And maybe not. Maybe we do have to settle and we could work through it, and that's fine if we do. But I'd rather give it some thought than just roll over, you know. And actually, I'm glad Seeker's here because she has a little bit better lay of the land than I think we do. So.
Well, I'm trying to think of some things that aren't directly like a conflict with, you know, a business or something like because I had a thought pop into my head about maybe we could offer a service of, you know, breeding horses and you know, doing something like that where we're breeding thoroughbreds and purebreds.
What about
for,
sanctuary?
For sale. But there's a lot. I know that I don't know the full lay of the land, but I know that there's people who already do that.
Say that again, Seeker.
So what about sanctuary?
What's
like,
that?
You create a bunch of I don't know, tunnels and places so that if somebody needs you to get them out of Dodge with law or something, they can contact you to take them through a system of networks to get them somewhere other than where they're hunted.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I can do that right now, you know. And that's a very particular sense, right, where someone might need to run from the law, right, particular people.
Yeah, but
It's not a
even
bad
like in
idea,
Saint
no.
Denis, when things happen and shit hits the fan real quick and laws scatter to the four winds, you know, you and your three best mates aren't gonna do well up against, you know, 6 lawmen here, and then you cross a bridge and find 6 more lawmen hunting you in Strawberry or wherever.
And you're saying like
Happened
this
with the
sanctuary
butchers.
would provide provision, food, a place to hide, basically like a hideout network.
Yeah, you know, essentially you take them through a trail or a set route that may be difficult for trackers to track you through.
Yeah.
Maybe even get some people to dig some tunnels or something somewhere so that you can shove them there and lay low until law passes, and then you can move them to the next safe point.
And they have to pay me to have access to these tunnels.
Yeah, exactly. They reach out to you and you set the path for them, make sure they've got access to everything and that the places are stored with food and water so that they don't have to venture out and cost, you know, the potentiality.
Yeah, set up contacts with
Yeah, 'cause I
the
can't
people
tell
in
you how many
cities they can
times-
speak with.
I've been out herbing and I see law going around looking for people and they go to the usual places that people like to lay low at, and then lo and behold, they accidentally wander upon somebody else that's wanted and they go after that person that just happened to be like sleeping in this small little place to hide from law. Now they're dragged in by accident. So it's just like a secret place. And
I do like the idea of a tunnel network. We got a
Yeah, and
guy
it kinda
stationed
makes sense with
somewhere and
the
we
church,
give them
you know?
access and then they go, yeah. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Of course, you'd have to make sure that it's, you know, someone true that's not going to rat out anything, because then you have to demo wherever you have and then rebuild somewhere else.
Sure.
But that seems like a good way, and it also doesn't get in the way of anybody else's business, and people would come to you for help rather than conflict.
Yeah. Okay. Lucky, did you say you had an idea? That's good, Seeker. That it's something that's a service that people would get, you know, guys that like to hit banks often or rob stores. It's something that they would, you know, I'm wondering if there's a way you could temporarily give them keys, and then when the job's done, we take their keys
Yeah,
away.
you can.
You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
way they
I've
have
got
to.
a house, and I can go out and have someone craft me up a couple of keys and hand it to people for them to go into and take refuge.
You know what I mean?
I don't have an idea. I'm still thinking though.
Okay. Then you take the keys away, and if they want to use it again, And I'm talking about the tunnel network, not just a safe
Yeah.
place.
Mhm.
They want to use it again, they're going to have to contact me, pay me, and then it'll be available for whatever date that they plan to do whatever thing that they're about to do.
Yep. Like
And there
working
is
for their
risk
escape
involved. You're
route.
right. There's risk involved. You know, with somebody sells out these locations, it might be a tough thing we have to work through and navigate. But I even like that there's a little risk involved. It's not bad.
There's always risk in nefarious activities.
That's true. That's true. Okay, if we do had to pick a resource, what feels most like us, y'all?
A hollowed out Bible you can hide things in.
That's not bad either.
Oh, so you're saying we provide an item that conceals other things?
Yeah, so like when I was first learning to read, Miss Pascu, she was part of the DeLuca family in Saint Denis. She gave me a bunch of books to read. I opened one and I turned one page, and the rest of it was giant hole cut out in the center. And she had some stuff, and she's like, "Oh, give that back, wrong book." And she had just cut out a bunch of stuff, like all the pages, and glued them all together, so it made like a box. But people, when they looked at it, they just thought it was a book.
I like that.
That is
too.
kind of good.
I like that.
And most people aren't trying to look to take a book. Nobody wants to read. Unless they're trying to get some information. But even then, mostly they take your guns, your money, and everything else. But you can hide your valuables in the book.
I do kind of like that.
Okay, it's good. Holy shit, Seeker. This feels like fate. You're here helping us decide on this. It's a good idea.
I have a question for you, Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
If there was one thing you wish you had out on your travels during your nefarious activities, what would it be?
Like a tool that you think would help me? Or you mean like something just I'd like? Because I always
No, it
carry
could be-
lollipops with me.
No, like something that could help you with something that you're doing, whether it be aiding you with the actual action or helping you get out or helping you hide or whatever it might be. Has there ever been something that you thought like, damn, it would be really nice if I had this right about now?
I've never done any nefarious activities that required me, well, except for running from the law around the church, or through the back alleys. Never had to be chased by law. But when I do, I ditch them on the rooftops and in the alleys of Saint Denis because I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm trying to think of what would be really nice to have.
Honestly, the one that really sticks out to me is your tunnel network idea. It's very unique.
Well, see, yeah, I was
I
thinking
like
that
both,
because,
to be honest.
you know, I've been places where I'm trying to hide or lay low, or I think is a nice place that would be a hidden place, and then suddenly there's fucking 5 lock coming up the hill. You're like, what the hell is this shit?
So I guess you answered my question already.
Well, I just like the idea of there's a tunnel network in Valentine, and you talk to a man that I got you. He's a smuggler on my payroll, our payroll, and you pay me to get access to him. You go meet him. He takes you through a tunnel, and you find yourself in Strawberry.
Yep. There's a place out in Annesburg that kind of has the same thing, where you walk in one tunnel and there's like 3 exit routes through it. One through the top so that you can go to the other side, and then one on the other side, and then one elsewhere.
See, that feels like us, y'all. I like that.
I
do
like that too.
I do like the items that hide other items, you know. That's also good. It's just the cloak and dagger thing, you know, that feels more like us.
I call
I
that
mean, it could
the
help
tree
people,
frog way.
Not only people robbing banks, but even see someone selling whatever moonshine.
Yeah.
Could be anything from small to big. crime, I guess. It doesn't even have to be crime. Somebody wants to hide or whatever from other people, or get away from other people.
Yeah. I agree. And it's a service. I like that it's a service.
Yeah, and it's not one that would compete against other people's services, so you wouldn't have a problem with being, I don't know, the top dog of that service. So I don't think anyone else does that.
Yeah, I don't think I heard about that.
I wonder if there's a way we could set it up where all the tunnels lead to one room. And then from that room, you can go to different places. You know what I mean?
Probably.
And the room is a hideout. We have access to it, so even if we want, we can help that person get to the next place, meet them there, that kind of thing.
I just have a feeling it's, like you said, there might be an issue with distance, right? Valentine to Strawberry is that's a very long tunnel.
Yeah.
I think that's where the risk comes in, is you have, instead of them all connecting, you have them per town, so that you have to make a route through the woods or dense areas where people have trouble tracking.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere remote but easily able to seen to get to. I see what you mean.
I don't know if you want it centralized though. I think that's honestly worse, because then when one blown, it's all blown, right?
Well,
when
I'm
you want
wondering
it in the sense of, like, for example, Valentine leads you out to a field out to the northeast of the town, right? So that way you lay low in town for a little while, and then you get out of town, leave through this, little tunnel network in the middle of the woods, and then you can kind of go off wherever you need to go.
Should be like Frogger. You go through one tunnel, you pop out for a little while to make it to the next one, down until you get to the place you need to go.
Yeah. Well, if you want to play that game, then you got to pay extra. You got to pay for each man you bet to smuggle to, though.
Oh yeah, it would go up depending on how many and how long they want to go for.
But I agree with Lucka here. If it's Strawberry, if there's a guy at Strawberry that pushes you out north, and then you got to run a ways to get to the Valentine guy, and that guy Valentine, and it just kind of works like an actual network from one guy to the next.
I need water.
Now, ideally, of course, you want a freaking tunnel that goes from Strawberry or Andersburg to Armadillo or Tumbleweed, but I mean, the amount of digging that's going to cost is going to spend years doing it.
Yeah, well, unless my contact has the capability to pull a bunch of people together from outside the state.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but I think,
realistically, I think it would be very hard to dig a tunnel from Annisburg to Strawberry.
Yeah. No, it would need to be shorter tunnels for sure.
I also
and then what, like Lucky said, not having it centralized and everything, you have multiple tunnels leading multiple places, not just one tunnel leads everywhere.
Right. Yeah, it is smarter. I do like that.
Now, the other thing is, imagine this, right? I mean, some of this tunnel idea, right? You don't have to just have it as tunnels moving folk, right? Have it moving things, right? So let's say, for example, you let's say you go out in the middle of nowhere, right? You know there's a spot, right? Marked somehow, I don't know how it would be, right? And you look around, you find that there's a small tunnel down into under a bush or near a stump or something like that, right? You go down into that. Down there's a stash of goods, right? Like dead drop, right? Where you can
Probably look like a
trade
root
goods.
cellar.
Exactly, right? A place that you can collect things and trade things, right? Maybe you could use it as a means for groups to, get things to certain people they might not trust completely, that they don't want to get burned on, right?
Oh, you could use that as a service as well. If you're not necessarily trusting fully in meeting someone, you could have us transport it for you.
Yeah. And
Or
that costs
someone
extra.
wants, let's say, a stash of their own put away somewhere for a rainy day, right? It's nothing that's going to last too long, right? But maybe something to have a couple of days, right? You just, something they can have for after a bank job. They can run to it, make sure to grab themselves up some munitions, some food or something. I don't know.
I like it.
Oh, well, I feel like we got a lot to think about now. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it seems like Seeker does all the thing. See, that's what it is, y'all. We just need a lady to be a part of this sausage
brain.
fest, and we get some brain up in this group is what happens.
Man, I need you to
Somebody
say
say
that
sausage?
to everyone back home. Okay, you tell them, because I
What?
tell people all the time, they don't believe me.
Well, that's what I'm
Don't
trying
tell
to tell
'em.
you, Seeker. This home right here will respect you for what you are.
What if we sold cannons?
See,
Oh,
what?
what?
Should you say peanuts?
Yeah, like a cannon. Cannon.
A cannon?
I commandeered
we
a
sold
boat with a
cannons.
cannon on it the other day. It was pretty cool.
See?
How are we going to get cannons consistently?
Mm. We need a foundry. Be a lot of money. Make them.
Where would you hide that?
Where do you hide
What
a
are you gonna
foundry?
do with the cannons?
That's what I'm saying. Where would you hide all the cannons and the foundry where you're making the cannons?
In the tunnels.
No, on the roof of cabins in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you were talking about before.
No, that was the antelope
To
thing.
pull the cannon up on the roof with a horse.
How do you get a horse on the roof?
And that's what I asked.
You stack them.
Like stairs.
Yeah, like stairs. Yeah.
Jigs, you owe him cocaine.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
I really like the tunnel idea, but I also want to mention the if we were to go for a resource, I think that book thing.
Yeah, it's good.
It's something
Yeah.
that could be used by a lot of people, not only criminals. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
someone want to hide something from another person or whatever.
Well, can
You
you
want to
imagine?
keep it on the down, like low though.
Yeah, 'cause once
otherwise
everyone
people
knows
are gonna
about
start
it-
looking at books.
Exactly. Once everyone
Yeah.
knows about
Yeah.
it, everyone knows about it.
Yeah, they'll start looking through books.
What if you made a book that once they open it explodes?
Holy
What
why
if
is
we made
everything
just a bunch of
explosive
different
with you, Lucky?
books?
I
How about
approve.
that?
I like that one. I think
We make a
think
book
about
that
it.
hides things. We make a book that explodes. We make a book that's got a gun in it, shoots you in the face when you open it.
I don't know about the
I'm gonna
shooty part, but the explodey part, that's really cool.
I was just thinking too. It doesn't just have to be a system for escapees.
Yeah, no, it could be for anyone. Say, you know, you caught someone cheating on their mister or something. They're like, I gotta get out of town now.
Well, I was also thinking we could kind of use it to smuggle.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Them tunnels are going to be another thing like that book, though. Once people know, everyone's going to know.
Yeah, the
Well, that-
difference is we have a guy there not letting them go in. Whereas the
Yeah,
book,
exactly.
it's
They don't
gone,
have
it's gone.
access, but
Yeah.
And then if
Okay.
we need to, if we get made and we find out those locations are compromised, we just hire the same group to come back and make a different one somewhere else.
Well, I
Get
don't
rid of
know
that
if we'll
old
be
one.
able to do that. That's the tricky part. But we
Then-
can find out.
Yeah, you ever dig
Then
a
my-
hole? That's a lot of work.
My thought behind
That's
it then would be,
Before.
if we could get like a bag and throw it over people's heads
Oh,
and
yeah,
bring
got
them to
plenty of
that
those.
location.
Well, I mean, at
And
that
basically,
point, these people are running from law. See what
are
I
we
mean?
thinking that it's going to be something that as soon as they're like in confrontation with the law, they're going there?
That's when it's going to be most useful.
That would just expose it immediately, wouldn't it? The
No,
lawmen would just show
if
up and
they're
be like, where the
dumb,
hell
yeah.
did they go?
If they're
Yeah, well,
dumb,
people
yeah.
are dumb. You're putting too much faith in others.
Yeah.
Preacher. So I'm thinking more of like a situation where, hey, I'm wanted by the law and I need to move from point A to point B. Or, hey, I have some stuff I need to move and I don't want to load up a big old wagon. And I bring like 4 or 5 of my buddies, grab a couple crates and move it through your system. Yeah, sure, we can do all that. Put a bag over your head and we'll lead you to that location.
Yeah.
Do it and take you out on the other side. And when we're a safe enough distance away, we take the bag off and tell them where we need to go.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it that
Because
way.
if we're gonna just tell people, hey, when you're running from the law, go to this location. The foreman will let you in, and you can get an easy escape. Lawmen are gonna pull up right behind them, see where the hell
I
they
think
just
it's
disappeared off to, and be
more
like, oh, well,
for-
this is bad.
Yeah, no, I think he meant more for like,
Jobs.
it's
We're
part of
waiting for
their
them
plan
at
of
the end
like,
of the
yeah,
job.
so like, hey, at the end, this is where we're gonna meet up if you escape. If you don't escape, well, then clearly you're not
Oh.
gonna meet us there.
Yeah, that's perfect. We can tell them, hey, if you ditch the lawman and you need a quick way out, meet us here. When you're done, we'll bag them, take them, let them loose.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That way we can because
We'll rob
usually when
them
somebody
of
robs a
what
bank,
they
it's an
rob.
organized job on a specific day at a specific time.
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
reach out to us so we can accommodate.
Then we just bury him in the tunnel unk. I like that.
Oh,
Was that
Yeah,
boy?
that's definitely a big trust thing too. We're gonna have to earn the trust of people, and
That's what I want. Right there, what you just said. That's what I want.
That's what he wants.
That's what I want.
What he really wants.
Okay, Seeker.
I had to.
Seeker, what? So
I
you,
wanna, huh?
Seeker, are
Yeah.
you still gonna think on this?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
My hands are all sweaty now. You're putting me on the spot. I don't know. I'm just me. I'm a tree frog. Okay, I just, I do my thing, and I
You're a
live
tree
safe
frog
me,
that says you're
and I
lonely,
have-
Seeker.
I'm not necessarily alone. I got my brother. I know I can always count on him.
Wait, nobody's saying you have to forsake your brother. Here's a question: you want more brothers?
Well, yeah, I mean that's fine. I have a sister I want to strangle with her own pigtails sometimes, but she's okay sometimes. Most times.
Seeker, can I trust you not talk about this conversation with anybody, including your brother and your sister?
Yeah, of course. Well, I haven't
Seeker.
talked about any of the telegrams I've had with you lately. When I said I was going out to Armadillo to meet with some friends, he was like, "Who's your friend?" And I was like, "You don't need to know."
Putting a lot of trust in you, Seeker. I hope you know that.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like I'm a good judge of character. I feel like I can trust you. I can trust you, right?
Yeah. Besides, I feel like I would just get scolded. They'd be like, "Oh, Seeker." I'm like,
Okay. All right, y'all. We'll think on it. If we like this tunnels thing, I can propose it. What do y'all think?
Give me a night. I gotta think on something.
yeah,
Okay.
same.
All right. We'll give it a night before I see anything. And then y'all
Sounds
let me
good.
know.
What about
Oh, shit. That was a fast night.
Well, hold on. I just got an idea. This just popped in my head,
Listen.
right?
Okay.
So you talked about back in the day, right? That there was those volcanic pistols that didn't have no serial numbers on them, right?
Right.
Well, now folks are registering them, right? Now is that any service
Oh.
offered right now to scratch these off, or
Not that I know
get rid
of.
of them?
"Oh, that's good."
Or I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good one.
I
that's
know
think
some
about
people
that.
scratch them off, but
Yeah, I mean, scratch them off, right? But I'm talking, we get a machine, right? Machine press or something like that, right? That can, either drill it out or whatever, right? But
Oh, what if
file
we
it
get one
away
that
clean.
changes them?
Or changes them, exactly.
Changes
right?
a couple numbers, letters here and there, make it look like other letters or numbers.
Yeah. Throws
That's
a phony
good.
cereal on it.
It's a good one. Look, I knew if we brought this in front of you, Lucky, you'd have some ideas.
I need a night to think on this because I'm still I'm trying to think of this. I'm trying to think of what as you said, right? You want someone to come to us, right? And I don't want no one to just run over to me and say, "Hey, I need 10 bottles of Shine. Here's the money for it." Go, you know.
Yeah, you also gotta find a nice place to put that so that when law tries to figure out who's doing it.
That's why we have the cannons.
You and your cannons, holy shit.
Did you?
Cannons and exploding books. I like it.
You want us to just sell dynamite? Lucky, it sounds like you want us
No,
to
I
get
don't
into
want just dynamite. I don't want just dynamite. I'm
Just
thinking this,
dynamite.
right? Imagine this, right? You bury it, right? And on a trail, right? So when a horse rides over it, bang!
Holy shit.
We can call it an invisible explosive. Dynamite.
But it's not invisible, it's just you can't see it at that moment.
That's true. But hey, going off what you just said, Lucky, that also opens up that opportunity for us to, like what we were talking about before, do some drop boxes and things like that. We can have some dead drops where people leave their weapons, their hot guns. We pick up the hot guns and bring it back, shave them off.
I think.
However, we're going to do it. Drop
I
them
think
back.
we're going to get a lot more mileage from serial number scratching and rewriting than we are the books, the empty books. I'm going to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. People bring their hot guns, drop them
That
at a
is
dead
also
drop.
one of those things that where people are going to come in and just be like, "Do this for me, okay? See you later," sort of thing, though.
Sure,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
But I think it's going to be a lot more consistent than it would at Moonshine still.
But then also, you'll be able to meet the people who need them scratched.
Yeah.
I don't know that too many people are concerned about scratching off their things because they just nick them anyways.
It's true.
And then they lose them to law at the end of it, so it doesn't really matter.
They don't.
I can tell you as a gunsmith, the amount of times I've repaired people's weapons is very limited, and mostly it's law.
But these laws,
I was gonna ask how many in this room bought their revolver.
I've got mine bought. But I
I
only
bought
bought
a
it after
revolver.
we had our conversation about other things in case they ever searched me. But for the longest time, I've never bought mine, no.
Yeah.
Like the big guns people really like are the illegal ones, the pump shotguns and the repeating shotguns.
They ain't
But you can
charging
only
no nothing more
find
for
pump
a stolen
shotguns
gun.
these days when you're out metal detecting.
Hmm.
Or you know somebody who sells them.
This is hard.
I mean, I think the tunnel network is
I mean, it has a lot of opportunity, you know. We
I say
we
we-
would really have
we-
to set some guidelines around it and make sure we're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Well, I say Lucky's got the right idea. We take the night, sleep on it, most of the day tomorrow, think about it, come back with any ideas we got tomorrow.
I agree.
And also think about, like, obviously the tunnel's the front runner right now, so think about ways the tunnel could work as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Poke holes in it too. How can it
Yep.
not work? How do we fix that?
Mm-hmm.
Was there right? So I mean, we got like a wooden box in our camp, right? It was just sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there any other way that folk, like to store up their supplies without having it broken into? Is there any like lock boxes folk get or anything like that?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Stagecoaches, there is.
No, but
Well, I
he's
don't mean like a
he's
stagecoach.
talking
I'm
about
talking
a
like
lockbox you put down.
yeah.
Sort of.
Is there
There
anything
used
like
to
that?
be.
It used to be, all right. So what happened to it?
It's a great question.
All right. Well, I'm trying to think. If you want, again, as I said, right? If you let's say they're running through the woods, right, and they have a drop box, in a bush or near a waterfall, some indicator that they know where it is, right? They drop their gold, their ill-gotten goods, they run off. They try to come back and find it later.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, for a secured one, I haven't seen nothing like that. But I mean, boxes, yeah, you can hide them pretty well.
Yeah, but the one with the lock that you need to pick to open is what you're getting.
Some of that would take some time. Yeah, they can't just, you
Yeah,
know.
that one I haven't even seen nothing like that. That can just be thrown
Now,
about.
the only thing I think of, look, it's not a bad idea. I've got it in my mind to write it down, but that sounds more like something a blacksmith would sell than a outfit.
Yeah, not a bad point. Not a bad point.
Which, I mean, if we want to, I mean, that opens up, I guess, profit opportunity, but I ain't necessarily worried about profit, you know?
Shit, I mean, even I just
Again,
thought
we want to be more service focused.
Yeah.
the tunnel system too. We could, let's say a group comes to us and they're talking, you know, they've got a whole bunch of stills or moonshine or moda or whatever that they need to move from one location to another. Have them box it all up for us. We'll take it, get it moved, put it in the, you know, drop location and have them meet us there or something.
Yeah.
Go undetected. Don't have to travel across country with a caravan full of illicit items.
Yeah.
Especially if anybody in the group is recognizable. If you lost easy, they're going to come in full force and try to stop you.
Kind of works with the snake theme, too. We just call it the burrow.
Yeah. Damn it, man. Why do you keep making things work?
That's what snakes do, right? They find them little burrow hole, get down in the ground, and they strike.
And they wait to strike.
That's right. Okay, what? Is that a slithery snake you just did?
It's a slithery snake.
Okay.
A snake.
Yeah, a sneaky snake, if you will.
Okay. All right, y'all.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna rest my head for the night.
I think I'm gonna do the same.
It's gonna be about that time.
Feel like I've seen the seasons change in this building.
Seeker, if you have any more ideas, you let me know.
Okay.
But you were very helpful in this conversation.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Seeker.
Yeah, it's nice meeting all of you too.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sure we'll be
Likewise.
seeing you around.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope so. I hope we see you around a lot more, Extra Seeker. I hope you make the right decision and not the wrong one.
Why you gotta put so much pressure on it?
Well, would you want me to not want you to be a part?
No.
Well, there you go. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here.
Can I buy your book?
Oh yeah, of course.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go find out where Treviso. Night, y'all.
My horse is gone.
Treviso.
Yep.
My horse is gone.
It's not gonna be there. We've been here too long. We're walking, boys.
Damn it.
You know, I wasn't even sure if this was the right place. I just was like, I know there's a church around here.
It's a nice long arm you got there, Seeker.
Oh yeah, I call it Bam Bam. It looks like my caveman gun.
Bam, bam. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, normally I name them like something like Seeker's People Poker.
Sure.
Or Seeker's Hole Puncher.
Yeah. Bam Bam's got a nice little ring
But,
to it, though. It's
you know,
clear.
it just had to be, yeah, exactly. I would like to carry around my pump shotgun, but I feel like I would get surrounded by Martians again.
I think tomorrow, Preacher, if we sleep on it, even if we sleep on it and have other ideas, I'm gonna go scouting for locations that might be good for some of that.
Okay.
See if there's any off the beaten path areas that we can look at to
Yeah, that's a good
have
idea.
something like that go down.
I know quite a few.
Might have to get your telegram then, Seeker, and we can roll together. Try to look for one.
Yeah, Seeker.
Telegram Seeker.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Seeker.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, go out herbing in all kinds of woods. I even know how to get to the tippy top of Mount Colt.
Well, I don't know if you need to take out Seeker if she's not going to commit to being a part of what we got going.
What?
She might not need to know where we're headed.
What?
Now, if she really wants to be a part of this, well, then she's going to have to make a decision.
Well, what does it all entail exactly?
Oh, all of a sudden, you hear that, boys? There's more interest now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not like that. I was gonna ask, but
Well, it is more nefarious things, Seeker. All the things you're aware of, it probably encompasses it.
Well, yeah, no, I know that.
Well, then what more are you trying to ask, then? What are you worried about?
Oh, no. Wow, that was...
I missed.
We'll pretend no one saw that.
No one saw that.
We all saw
I saw it.
Okay, well, I'll...
Look, there's no blood in, blood out, okay? There is leadership, but we all, the same way we just operated today, we talk and we operate is more of a brotherhood, sisterhood, okay? But, I mean, if you're familiar with outfits, there's really nothing much more to it. Again, we're not a damn cult. Only thing that's different with us is...
that down.
Only thing that's different with us is our why. We want men and women to be free, operate as free men and women. That means to do things even those would be deemed immoral or,
I knew I smelled something
unlawful.
bad.
Okay. It's the only difference with us. Everything we believe, we're outward with it until at the church. That's it. That's the only thing that's different.
So I can still keep my brother.
Yep.
And my other brother.
Yep.
Of course.
Although you may not be able to tell them everything that you do.
I mean, I haven't told them any of this.
But if you want us to meet them, we'll meet them. We'll be kind and cordial, and they don't have to know what we do.
Yeah, I just told them you're my friends.
Yeah, and that's how that could work. So before Donnie telegrams you, I need an answer.
Oh, okay, but I just don't want to mess up.
You won't mess up, Seeker.
feel like I'm gonna mess up.
If you don't do it on purpose, it's okay.
Well, of course I would do it on purpose.
Well, then you're fine.
Howdy, sorry, I don't mean to
Howdy.
intrude.
Yeah.
Howdy.
How are you doing, Reverend?
I'm doing all right. I'm not a reverend, but preacher's
Reverend
fine.
Preacher.
Yeah.
I knew another feller named Reverend. I got you mixed up.
That's
my
okay.
fault.
It's okay.
I knew it was one or the other.
What can I do for you?
A very long time ago, you promised me one of your books, and I thought since I saw that you had your poster up, I'd come and pick that up finally.
Well, you're in luck. I'm holding one right now.
Perfect. I'm Adeline, if you remember. We met
I
in the
do
saloon
actually.
here.
I wasn't sure because of that mask, but I thought I recognized the voice. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is yours to keep.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Telegram on there. Hey, Donnie. Donnie. If you're talking back to me, you're gonna have to speak up.
What's up?
You can take her.
Okay.
That
I'll do.
We will, we'll talk more another time, Seeker. But I do need to give you
Okay.
some. Can you walk Seeker away, Unc, and show her where our camp is on the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just
No, you're
trying to
fine.
wrap up that bit of business.
It's absolutely no worries. I don't want to intrude on your business neither.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that book's yours to keep, and if you have any questions about it, there's a telegram at the end of it. Feel free to telegram any questions you have.
Sure, I appreciate it.
Of course.
How's business been going for you with all this stuff?
The church has been going good. He had a lot of congregants, a lot of people attending services, which is nice. I don't know if you know this, but the schoolhouse just over to the left there, I've been running a
Yeah.
charity out of there called Helping Hands.
I heard about that too.
Yeah. Here, this one, actually, you know what? You can have this one too. I do have, never mind, I don't have that book with me.
No,
Actually,
no worries.
it might be over here. Walk with me. So what I do is I teach people arithmetic, addition, subtraction, and then I try to teach them how to read. I've noticed a lot of people coming through never really been educated formally, especially
Yeah.
those trying to find out about the book when I hand it out. So I thought to myself, well, there's some people that need some food and water and provision. There's others that need some education. There's a book right there on that table. It's the textbook we work with right now. I'm still working on it. There's a couple more things I'm wanting to add. You're welcome to look at it if you like.
Sure, I'll take a peek. I'm pretty alright with writing, so.
But right now, I just have vowels and some things to read together. But we'll be adding consonants and we'll be able to do some more wordplay for them. But yeah, that's currently what our textbook is looking like right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're doing good work for people out here.
Well, I'm trying my best.
Well, clearly you're helping people. I think that's what's important.
It is. It's exactly that. Exactly that. Thank you so much for coming by. You know, read that book. Let me know what you think. And like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to telegram.
Yeah, of course. I
Well,
mean,
it's
if
good.
you ever need help with anything out here, you can let me know too.
Well, that's very
I
kind.
guess. I don't got much else better to be doing right now, so if you need folks to give fighting lessons, those are the only lessons I'm capable of doing.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, it's
You know,
pleasure. Was
yeah,
that?
I do fighting lessons for folks up at the Lions Pit. I'm a manager there.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm gonna have to come by and see a fight or two.
I'm trying to see if I can purchase a place for myself, but that's slow going right now.
Well, you know that thing takes time. How often do y'all do fights there at the fighting pit?
We have open nights fairly often. Pretty soon we're going to be swapping to events every week, every Saturday. But right now it's pretty sporadic because of the change of hands situation.
Sure. Okay. Well,
But we have posters up.
wonderful.
So yeah. I'd love to see you there, or some of your people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. We'll keep the adverts out, and I might take some of the boys out there, and we'll go look at it.
Sure, yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking. I really do
Yeah, you
appreciate
too.
it.
I don't want to take up too much of your
I'm actually
time.
about to go get some shut-eye. It's been
Oh,
a long
yeah.
one for me.
I understand. I saw your poster said 2 hours ago, so I was worried I wouldn't catch you in time. So
Oh, yeah. No,
I
it's
won't keep you up any longer.
well, it's good meeting you. Hopefully we'll see you again, okay?
Hopefully I'll be able to make it down for one of your actual
Oh, every other Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Stars at Coots Chapel. So we just had ours, so wait a Monday, and then we'll be here the next one.
Good to know. I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thank you.
course.
You take care.
You as
Rest
well. I give her trying to do two things at once, Cap. That's what I get. We'll see if you're a camp.
Oh, there you are.
I thought y'all went that way already.
Oh, there he is.
No, we're gonna go up to camp. I'm getting tired, but we'll head up there.
Okay, did you show already, or she going with us?
She coming with us.
She'll come with.
Let's go.
You want to go the long way, preacher?
Yeah. So we're about to show you camp. Seeker, and
If
your...
it's where I'm thinking about it, I was there, I want to say a few days ago.
Is that so? Oh,
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah, I was herbing.
You're welcome to make yourself at home. If you got a tent, you can pitch it wherever you'd like. We got a nice big warm fire there where things don't go away with the storm with it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the windstorms out here can get pretty bad.
Yeah.
I made a fort on top of one of the roofs in Saint Denis, and it was a hard haul, all of it up there, and it.
Sure.
Good gust of wind came by and blew half of it off.
Oh shit.
How we looking back there, Donnie? We all right? Are we all right, Donnie? Nobody following?
Yeah, we're good. I've been watching.
Scenic route until someone flies off the top here.
I love staring at modern walls.
Anytime there's law in
Beautiful.
town, we always go the opposite way. Come back
Yeah, that
across.
makes sense. Although it's really weird seeing law in town.
Well, you're telling me.
This last week it's been a lot.
Nobody in town earlier today, pretty much for the last like 5 or 6 hours, until just now.
Yeah, depending on the day, weekend is when it gets the most busy there, Donnie.
I think Pine was there too.
At the office right now?
Yeah, I think I saw him out there. There's something about his hat.
Yeah, there is something about that hat.
I don't like it.
What hat?
Sheriff Pine, his hat. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it pisses me off.
Seeker, that cabin to the right there, Monroe Revenue Service just foreclosed it about a week and a half ago.
I ceased that.
Oh, okay.
And we've saved up enough money to buy it. So we're going to be trying to buy that cabin. The camp is to the left over here on the cliff.
Yep.
Been here?
Yeah, although I felt like there's more stuff here, and I felt like I flew over half of it.
So this area on the map's called Snake Hollow. And the outfit you just joined is the Sons of Snake Hollow.
But I don't have a penis.
Yeah, well, you're just going to
Now
have
it's
to
the
deal
sons
with it.
and daughters.
No, we're
Okay.
Just make it plain around camp. We have meetings under this awning here on the right. The large fire is down beneath the hitching post down there, and that's where everybody's sitting up there. I guess that's for living. So if you got a tent you want to set up, set it up anywhere down in that clearing. That awning that we have down there, I've got an order in for like 8 of those small folding tables and a bunch of chairs. I'm going to make a very big dining room table. We have supper and breakfasts there as an outfit, but that's what that awning's for. But the rest of the empty space is, as people buy more tents, they can buy cots and bedrolls and lanterns, and crates and barrels, whatever they want, and just make themselves a home. Every now and then we'll come up here to eat as well.
Did one of you fellas put this note in the box?
What's the note?
It's please take only what you need and leave what you can spare. This box is for the people of Armadillo who are in need of a helping hand.
That's funny.
No, I didn't put that.
Also, it
sounds
looks like
like someone
things are
found it.
missing.
And used
It
it.
sounds very much like something Pine would do.
Yeah, it sounds like Law did that.
Oh yeah, look at this. Northern Pines vodka.
Yeah, there you go.
He might not. Oh, he took my newspapers too, that asshole. My newspapers are missing too, that asshole.
So what have you done that got you on Law's radar already?
Oh, well, he had a town hall meeting that nobody was going to, so I paid a visit and I asked a lot of questions that made him look like a dumbass, and he wasn't happy about it. And one of them was, you got this box of provisions outside the office, or the telegram office there. Nobody wants that shit. And then he puts the same note, leaves his own damn liquor, and takes shit from it. You take a lot? Asshole took a lot. Holy shit.
No, you didn't take a lot.
There was 24 venison in here. Did y'all eat a bunch?
Oh, I just ate 4 of them.
There's 8 left.
Oh, do you need? I got loads
Maybe
of
did
meat.
take a lot.
I'm not too worried about it. Everything we catch and here on the field and cook it. It's
Hold
not
on.
that big deal.
You guys
It-
make stews and stuff?
Yeah, Lucky is our chef.
I used to be able to make cannolis.
Oh, yeah, so.
Oh shit, sounds nice.
Yeah, we went to war over the room above the gunsmith that my brother owns, and we won that, so I got the business.
No.
And then I would do fortune teller readings, and then I got seized.
I'm just making sure that asshat isn't spelunking around here somewhere.
No, he was in town. We
No.
just saw him.
Yeah, I saw him in town.
There's some caves up on these hills as well. Some of the guys have bedrolls and boxes in those, but
I don't think any of the cave. It's only the one behind the tent right down here. I put my stuff in that one.
no, there's a cave
But,
over there you can go inside.
Yeah, there's 2 more. There's one over there, and there's one right here.
Yeah.
No, I think the one behind the tent is the only one taken.
Well, make yourself at home, Seeker, wherever you want to be. Also, that's a gorgeous Arabian you have.
I know. I love the zebra pattern. It made me think of a zebra cake.
Yeah. I've got a Turkmen, but I only use them when I'm operating a different way.
Oh, yeah, I've got a Turkmen. And a roadster.
What kind of Turkmen you have? I'm actually interested to know. What coat?
It's the dark brown one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's
Looks
the
like a
one that
military
Huck
horse.
has if we ever see him again.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, I'm
Yeah, my
missing
brother
this.
collects
It's
Arabian,
Fury.
so I
I'm
think
so
he probably
sorry.
has every coded
Tetsu
Arabian
Fury,
there
thank you
is.
for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. How
I
did I
don't know
miss
why.
that, chat? Is the audio off? Holy shit. Sorry, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Glad y'all are here.
That's nice. Yeah, I need to get me a new horse at some point. After this bid hopefully goes through on the property, I'll save up for that.
What kind of horse are you trying to get?
I don't know. I don't know much about horses, to be
Oh.
honest.
Well, hopefully you
Um,
had a good stream.
I got a Mustang
Generally,
right now.
if you get a
Thank
really,
you so much.
is it a wild Mustang or was it a bred Mustang?
Tetsu Fury, thank you so
I
much.
have no clue. I bought it from a little Mexican fella.
What's his name? Javier?
I don't think we know his name, actually.
no.
We've never asked the question.
No, I don't think I know his name. He's pretty small, though.
Yeah, very small guy.
Trying to think. Could have been Poncho.
It's possible. But, yeah, I don't know. This one right here. But, is there a big difference of the wild ones and the bred ones?
Oh, yeah.
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 They're, even though, they're broken, there's just a part of them that will never be broken.
Yeah.
So you won't ever be able to go as fast or as long as a bred horse.
Yeah.
Well,
I
just
don't know.
needs to decide on one, and we're going to help him get one.
Yeah.
Either that, or we're just going to have to confiscate it from a hook. Somehow, some way.
And I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's some really good horses. Well, you just gotta know what kind of horse you want for what. Like, I would never get a
It can't
roadster
be too big.
because the roadster, while they're really fast horses, they're not very fast off a trail.
I'd have to think on it. I don't
Honestly,
know.
maybe a
All I
bred
know, I
Mustang.
can't
You do
have it
look good
too
on a
big of a
husky. You
horse.
do look good on a Mustang.
Yeah.
You
That's
mind
'cause
if
he
he
is a
gets on that
Mustang.
Arabian?
That
I'm interested to
horse
see
right
what he
there
looks like
makes
on
me
the
look
Arabian.
like a
Yeah,
very
he's
small
on the
person.
Arabian.
Can we see what he looks
A
like
lot
on the
of
Arabian?
guys
Is
don't
that
like
okay?
Arabians because they look so large. You can go get on.
Yeah, go
Dorothy's
get on
kind of an
that.
asshole, though.
Get on that Arabian.
Hello, Dorothy.
Oh yeah, you look good on that horse.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah, it's a very good horse right there.
Looks like you're riding a pony.
Oh shit. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you stick with the Mustang.
What's that? I mean, it does look a little small, maybe.
Who breeds the Mustangs?
I don't know if they're bred anymore,
Oh shit.
so you have to find someone that's selling one.
We gotta find a stallion that's worthy of a stallion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
What if I get the biggest horse there is?
Oh, I had that actually. It's a
Which
Belgian. It's the
Oh.
Shire, yeah.
Like with the big hooves, the big feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The workhorse, yeah. That was my first horse. I named him Glue. Yep.
I
was
don't
like,
know. I'm
Be
gonna have to think
submissive
about it.
or be adhesive, and I tried to turn him into glue.
That's good.
I'll get Seeker added to the smut telegram. Now
The
before,
what?
now before
Hell
you get,
yeah.
okay, hold on. Before you get
Is Roger
sideways,
Star a part of this?
no, just before you get sideways, smut is just the code word in case law is keeping track of telegrams. So smut is the group telegram. There is no smut involved. It's just what we came up with.
I was about to say, Roger Star, he used to sell smut and Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh, this is a good opportunity actually. We don't have time. We're gonna have to do this next time, but we gotta get you to come up with another name that we utilize when we're out doing nefarious things, so people don't know who
Tree
you are.
Frog.
Well, it might be Tree Frog. We'll see. The reason why I might allow Tree Frog is because of the way that we've been corresponding. It's got meaning, but most of us take on biblical names since we're a little bit anti-religion. Like I'm Judas, he's Cain. Who were you again? You
Satan.
said Satan. Holy shit, he just went straight for it. But it doesn't have to be. Tree Frog could be something. Unless you want to stay on theme, then try to think of something. We tried to think of like the outcasts or the villains or those in the Bible that weren't highlighted as in a more pleasant light. But
The misunderstood.
yeah, the misunderstood. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, so there's that, and what you'll do is anytime you telegram using the smut telegram, you'll just put the first letter of your nefarious name. We'll just call it that. And that's how we know who's who, and they can't get traced back to our actual names and persons. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'll get you added to that, which I already got your telegram. We'll do that. And then we'll kind of give you an overview of our structure, some of the things we focus on, how we approach certain things, because a lot of what we do at the church does merge with the sons. Everybody in the group are disciples, and then we have 3 apostles, myself, Unc, and the other man we're referencing, Huck. Again, we operate very democratically here. Everybody kind of has the same conversation. We decide on things together. But if it ever comes down to where a decision needs to be made, we have 3 men that make the decision. That way it's never just on one man.
So where does the hollow come in?
So the hollow, it's shit. Let me just give you this book to look at. Just make sure nobody sees it. And make sure it's on your horse. That way nobody can take it from you, steal it from you, or law gets a hold of it.
Okay.
But I'll let you look at
Oh,
this.
what about Pandora?
What's that? I've never heard that. That in the Bible?
Well, no, it's in a fairy tale that I read from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Something about a box and you open it up and a whole bunch of chaos.
Oh,
happens.
Pandora. Pandora's all right.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I don't really know too much. I mean, I went. I was a Catholic school or orphanage.
I bet you
But
think on it. Take the night.
I
Think
didn't really
on it.
listen to them.
Yeah, take the night. Think on it. And we'll figure that out.
You know, when you met me and I was seeing some dirt on the ground, really
Yeah.
inspecting it hard with my
Yeah.
face mostly.
Yeah.
I think I said that I hate reading because I'm dyslexic and thinking. You're making me do a whole bunch of both right now.
Well, you don't have to read that right now. I'm letting you hold on to it.
Oh, there's pictures. That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. We got too much to go into with the storm coming, and I am tired, so we'll take it another day. But that'll at least get you started, and then we can answer some of your questions. Talk more about it, okay?
Yeah, I've been awake for 8 hours. I'm going to sleep.
Just be thinking about your name, and then we'll talk more about the outfit when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to the telegram office and get you in touch with their fiddle telegram as well. Okay, we'll be on the lookout for that.
All right.
All right. I'm getting some shut eye.
That's my night.
Good
Good night, Donnie. Seeker, make yourself at home, okay?
Okay.
Good to have you. Night on.
Good night.
Good night, Seeker. You headed back out east?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, hope to
Gonna
meet
go see if I'm
your.
gonna get stabbed.
Well, don't get stabbed. Hey, that book don't have on you, okay?
Yeah, it's in the water.
I really don't need a law getting a hold of that.
Yeah, will do. It'll stay on the horse.
All right. Well, there it is. That one was
Yeah.
the longest one to try to get to be apart, but here we are.
Yeah.
She's actually
I
the
think
first
it'll be
one.
good.
First one we brought in that I didn't worry about at all being fraternized. So
Yeah. I just think she'll need to spend more time rather than being talked to about what we do, I think.
yeah, Sean definitely the type as well. That's why I'm not rushing it with her.
Yeah. No, it's good though.
Look at us
Very
making
good.
progress. We're growing.
Yeah. Here we are.
All right. Good night, Unc.
Good night.
All right, Chip. We are going to end it here. Thank you so much again for the raid, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. What a good day for the high-low, y'all. What a good day. Oh, shit. He didn't even get on. All right. Thank y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. Good night.